What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Tactical Tortoise. We have some more competitive 40k for you tonight. This is the Pod 5 final game between two power armor factions. Duking it out, we have the Minotaurs, which is sick. I love that we're seeing some Minotaurs on the table. They are a Raven Guard successor today, though, so it's basically Raven Guard, but we're calling them Minotaurs so that we can bring in some of the sweet Forge World characters that you can find in the Minotaurs faction, versus Space Wolves, a faction that we've been putting up results all the way through 9th edition so far. Obviously won the T5S2 Invitational in Season 1, crushed it. Liam Vissel killing it in that event, and Space Wolves even still putting up some serious results so far into the season. So excited to see these two armies play it out. Obviously the Raven Guard have been killing it so far. Valdor, we just saw Valdor online yesterday. He's playing White Scars in that game. Unfortunately, blowing up my poor power lifter sentinels, but you know, what can you do? And but he is back, and he's going to be playing his Raven Guard against these Space Wolves. Oh, excuse me, my music is gone. Come back, music.
Your only infiltrator, isn't it?
I also have my eliminator.
So the players are just deploying now. I believe Valdor Nick won the role to begin deploying first, and he has obviously made Valdor start the deployment. And here there is a unit of incursors taking up the center of the table. So we'll go over the players' lists quickly while they're going through their deployment phase. Want to thank everybody in chat for joining us. Friday evening, everybody taking their Friday evening off to watch some 40k. It's fun stuff from the T5S2 series. Also, in other news, Combat Patrol just kicked off this morning for over on the Discord server, and that's exciting. We got 80 people signed up for Combat Patrol chat. That's so many people.
Here you go.
That's crazy. And so I think they're certainly going to be doing some more Combat Patrol stuff as the season goes along, because oh boy, are people psyched for that. Super cool. Who's in the chat here today? Yeah, Bobby Hollis. This is a quote unquote dark playlist today.
This is where he's actually deploying.
I don't know. This doesn't sound too dark, but we'll see how it goes. I figured we got some stealthy Raven Guard, we got some bloodthirsty Space Wolves. We'll do something a little bit less punchy, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if this playlist works out. I didn't find any Mongolian throat singing. Maybe we can get some. Maybe we can get some of the World War I soothing battle sounds back. Although I think they demonetized my video last time for that one. Not that I make any money off these streams anyway, but I think that was hilarious. I got a good chuckle out of that one for dudes.
And then is your intention to not be touching the wall?
Longship Life, if anyone has what it takes to beat the Loyalists, it's the Space Wolves, yeah. We have our best Chaos Space Marines over here, or the second best Chaos Space Marines in the game in the Space Wolves over here. Obviously the best being Dark Angels. Who are gonna put some the fear of the Chaos Gods into these Raven Guard.
Yeah.
Hey. So let's go over the lists. Obviously, there's a link in the video description for a file with all the lists in it. Take a quick talk about them. Obviously, I mentioned before that we have some Minotaurs characters making their appearance in the Raven Guard list today. So Valdor's list bringing in Lord Asterion Moloch, who is, if I remember correctly, the chapter master of the Minotaurs. And he has a big spear. He's a spear guy. But he's a big, a very impressive Terminator character. I will bring up his data sheet momentarily so we can talk about his cool stats. Yeah, so he's a Terminator character coming in at 7 wounds. Not even a Primaris guy, just a regular dude with 7 wounds. Whatever. He's like Drago level of unkillable. He has a 3+ invulnerable save with a Storm Shield. And he comes in with a Strength 6, -3 AP, flat 3 damage spear. So kind of a Thunderhammer light. It doesn't give you -1 to hit, which is nice, and it does give you +1 attack if you attack a character. Probably not going to make a big difference, but from what I've seen before, And in the games I played with Valdor, he uses this guy. He's basically a big beat stick, but he also has a Chapter Master Aura for free. You don't have to spend the CP on it. It is an old school Chapter Master Aura, so it rerolls failed hit rolls, not all hit rolls. So he unfortunately doesn't get the same level of flexibility or power that a standard Chapter Master upgrade would do, but he does get to stab the crap out of people with his super cool spear. He also shoots his spear. It's a strength 8 gunshot too at 12-inch range. Amazing. What a cool character, to be honest. He's been upgraded with Swift and Deadly, so he's going to have a 6-inch aura of Advance and Charge for his Raven Wing models, or his Raven Guard models. I'm going to get those confused all evening, chat. I apologize. I just played Raven Wing on stream last night on Combat Patrol, and now I got Raven Wing on the mind. And I was doing the same thing there, too, to be fair. But he also has an aura to reroll failed charge rolls as well. So he can advance and charge and then also reroll charge rolls. He's just going to be... He's going to improve the speed of the entire army. A little bit funny because he does have only a 5-inch move, but he could teleport strike. I'm not sure that we're doing that today with... that Valdor's doing that today. They did declare their reserves. And we do have... Nick did declare he is deep striking a Skyclaw unit. He's also has a Long Fang unit. Using the Space Wolves. Reserve roll. Cunning of the Wolf is what that's called. We also have in that same detachment a Primaris Chaplain. I think this was downgraded from Hecaton Iacos. Or, is that right? Is that the name of the special chaplain? I believe it is. Let's go with yes, and then if I'm wrong, we can just forget that this ever happened now. Iacos is a dreadnought. Alright, I don't remember what the cool chaplain's name is, but there's a sick chaplain for Minotaurs as well. Who, Ivanis and Comey, excuse me. Who is just a Master of Sanctity all the time, so you can upgrade him for free, basically. Very, very cool Minotaurs characters coming out of the woodwork here. I should mention as well, we're also running Hungry for Battle Master Artisans on this entire army, so everything's going to be plus 1 inch to advance and charge. And gets that sick Master Artisans reroll that we've come to expect from our Space Marine friends. Hyper efficient. Bobby Halls, we need some Nordic flute music. All right, let's look up some flutes. We got a request from the chat. I don't know what I'm looking at here, but they are not impressive. This was keyworded Viking, chat. This is what you get. This feels like we got some synth metal coming out. Exciting. Also in the Space Marine list, obviously there's an Incursor squad. We see that deployed up in the front there. We have 2 Intercessor squads, both with Power Fists and Auto Bolt Rifles. An Aggressor squad, 5 Aggressors. That's probably going to be redeployed immediately following the start of the game using Master of Ambush, which the this Primaris Chaplain in the bottom of the table has. He's clearly not worried about his position on the table because that will change almost immediately. But that's the reason that you bring that 5-man Aggressor squad, to send it rocketing right up the table. There is an argument to be made for the 6-man Aggressor squads. Obviously, there's a big downside to 6-man. You get the new coherency rolls instead of the original coherency rolls, the easy coherency rolls that you do at 5 models, and not to mention the fact that you are then affected by blast, which sucks. But 5, I find a lot of times 5 doesn't quite do the same amount of damage if you really like it. We also have 2 Blade Guard veteran squads in that elite slot. Very solid choice from Blade Guard veterans. Also another unit that I like to see sort of infiltrator moved up the table. Sometimes they have a tough time getting to where they need to go, but once they get there, man, they are a pain to remove. You don't want to charge them because they hit relatively hard in melee. They have 2+ armor, 4+ invuln, 3 wounds each. Your 2 damage weapons just bounce off of them. It's the worst. To open up another, originally I think we had a company champion in here to open up a relic slot. He's just in here to fight people now. Comes in with the Blade of Triumph relic, as well as to replace his Mastercraft Power Sword. We also have 2 Relic Contemptor Dreadnoughts. not super surprising. They are coming stock with the twin las cannon and dreadnought close combat weapon, so they can both shoot and punch, as well as a cyclone missile launcher. So total of 4 D6 damage weapons being rocketed out of that thing every turn, and pretty decent melee output as well. We're also bringing 3 individual land speeder Tempests in the fast attack slot. The reasons for which should be relatively self-explanatory. With Master Artisans, they are hyper-efficient. They do a ton of damage. They're excellent at killing infantry. They can ding up big vehicles as well. They can ramjet right up the table to make themselves immune to melee unless you fly, and -1 to be hit. And they're just so good. They're really super good. Heavy support, we're bringing a rapier carrier. This is one of Valdor's favorites. It's basically a Thunderfire cannon, but it's a little bit worse. It's good at shooting at tanks. It actually has a 3 flat damage weapon profile, only 24-inch range. But its standard quad fire Thunderfire cannon profile is not AP1. It is AP0. So it's not quite as good at killing sort of medium armor infantry. And it also isn't, in fact, a Thunderfire cannon, so you cannot tremor shells with it. But it is way less expensive. It also is crewed by normal Space Marines, not a Tech Marine, so it's not 2+ to hit. But if you want a Thunderfire cannon on the cheap, you can get a Rapier Carrier. It's pretty good. Also has an interesting mechanic with its gunners. Its gunners have effectively a character protection as long as they're near their Rapier Carrier, so they're basically impossible to take out unless you can get right around back there. We also have, unsurprisingly, an Eradicator squad, probably in Deep Strike for Valdor. We're using the Strike from the Shadows to pop that up and blow up a tank. There's a Relic Scorpius on the other side of the table, so I wonder if that is what the Eradicators will be looking to eradicate. Now, talking about Nick Rivards, or Nick 9, as he is in the score sheet, his Space Wolves list, it's actually a super interesting list, and I am psyched to talk about this one, because it is basically everything that you could want as a Space Wolves player to see in the list on the final sample of a tournament event. We have basically one of each cool Space Wolf thing. I think we're missing Cyber Wolves and Fenrisian Wolves, so basically garbage. But we have a Wolfguard Battle Leader on a Thunderwolf, bringing a Thunderhammer Storm Shield, followed up with a standard Wolf Lord with a Thunderhammer Storm Shield, and a Wolf Priest with a jump pack. 2 units of Incursors, and 5 Grey Hunters to fill out the troops allotment. No upgrades on them. As well as a Relic Contemptor with a Twin Las Cannon and a melee weapon. No Cyclone Missile Launcher on that guy. 2 units of 5 Wolfen with Thunderhammer Storm Shields. 4 Thunderhammer Storm Shields. The Wolf Claws on the unit leader, obviously. The 6 Sky Claws that we talked about earlier, they are deep striking. They're coming in with a Wolfguard or a Wolfguard leader, pack leader, who's bringing along his own Thunderhammer and Storm Shield. Sky Claws, obviously, a pretty decent unit to come out of reserve. They can reroll their own charges. They do relatively decent damage. They get Shock Assault and their own bonus attack for charging. So they're coming in with 4 attacks each on the charge. Wolfguard Battle Leader, obviously, has a Thunderhammer to beat down some stuff with. And if you get those guys in round 3, when all of the Space Wolf Super Doctrines trigger off, it's going to be pretty powerful. We also have a unit of Thunderwolf Cavalry. Glorious. It has been ages since I saw a Thunderwolf Cav model on the table, and I'm psyched. He's bringing 3 Storm Shields, 2 Wolf Claws, and a Thunderhammer in that unit. So only 1 Thunderhammer, but that's all you need. The Wolf Claws are probably just there to eat shots for that Thunderhammer guy to get in. And once he gets in, you can Lone Wolf him, I believe. Actually, that might only be infantry. Just kidding. And just hit some people with a big hammer. I mean, that's what we're here to do. We also have, last but not least, in this detachment, we have 2 heavy support options, a Relic Whirlwind Scorpius I mentioned before. Basically the 1 tank besides the Contemptor on the Space Wolf side of the table. But also, interestingly, 5 Long Fangs with 4 plasma cannons. This is a bit of a module that I've actually really enjoyed seeing crop up. The Long Fangs... The Long Fangs with plasma, they have a stratagem to ignore penalties to move and shoot. So they can fire at full effectiveness even when coming out of reserve. And then they have a stratagem as well for Long Fangs to reroll either their hit rolls or their wound rolls. So they can come in with those 4 big plasma cannons, reroll all their wound rolls, hitting on potentially 2s if we have a Recitation of Focus off of that Wolf Priest, and wounding basically whatever on 3s rerolling fails. It's a lot of strength 2 damage 2 shooting coming out of that unit. I think it's actually it's a really cool unit, and I like that 9th edition has kind of brought these Long Fang Devastator Havoc style units back into the game, because they were just garbage in 8th edition, and especially ITC. They would pop up and they would immediately give you a kill. But they're a little bit more efficient in 9th edition now that armies are slightly smaller, and you don't really care about getting kills. So we're just gonna shoot with those guys. I think that's a really cool include. Super cool. Super cool Space Wolves list. This is like the Space Wolfiest of Space Wolves list that you could ever ask for. I mean, there is a Relic Scorpius. You could get rid of that and turn that into some more Wolf, and that'd be pretty cool. But other than that, I think this is quintessential Space Wolf stuff.
I don't remember the other stratagem right now. Oh, the old doctrine. So we probably still have the old wording.
Yeah. So I'll be doing mine.
Sam Moyer, almost everything in the list has a Thunderhammer Storm Shield.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sam, you played against this list, right, in the same pod, so
Okay.
you can give us some insight onto
What do I do?
the super secret strategies that we are trying to accomplish here. You do think it's going to get chewed apart on the map? Wide open lanes of fire are gonna kill it. Yeah, this is a pretty wide open map. Talking about the terrain very quickly, obviously, all of these ruin pieces, these are all of these big vertical pieces. These are all obstacles that block line of sight. They are obscuring. So these are all line of sight blockers here. In addition, these pieces of terrain are obscuring as well. They're area terrain, they're dense cover, and they are obscuring. So they'll give you -1 to hit for shooting through it, and they block line of sight. The difference, the downside is that obviously this being overrun, you have to push across the table pretty far to be able to engage your opponent and block their objectives. Interesting thing about Overrun is that it is one of the missions where you have to hold 2 objectives in order to score 5 points, and you have to hold all 3 on your table edge, or any 3 objectives to score the full 10 for holding, which means that armies are very highly incentivized to push for one of their opponent's flank objectives and try to kill that, because that's immediately a 5-point swing, potentially a 10-point swing if their opponent's also not going to be holding more than them, or that puts you into holding more. But that means that you are open to fire across this middle section of the table. Basically, this big pillar will block a little bit, but it's not very wide. So there are some pretty hefty lanes of fire. But if you can cross this sort of fjord here between the 2 flanks, you can potentially through this obscuring terrain here, you can potentially be able to push through onto your opponent's objective. So there's a lot of obscuring terrain on your side of the table, but there's not a lot in the center of the table. So you pushing forward can be potentially dangerous if you don't have a good game plan. And that's even true for these Raven Guard. They could potentially, Master of Ambush get right up into the Space Wolf castle, but if there's one faction in the game that doesn't really care about you getting into their castle, it's probably Space Wolves. They will kill the crap out of some aggressors that are trying to ambush them. So I think it's going to be an interesting game. I'm excited to see these 2 tricksy armies play it out.
Good stuff.
Sambor, yeah, you can touch the ruins on the left side to get a pretty good arc of fire since it has doors on the ground floor. So both of these ruins have openings that you're able to fire through. And it's the same for this terrain as well. If you overlap that terrain, obviously you can see through it as well.
Looks pretty neat.
I think an important thing to note is going to be the ability to block charges, obviously, using these obstacles. So these L obstacles, it is pretty possible for players to block off a lot of the real estate. This one is a little bit too far forward. So you could potentially get one model in here, although, like I mentioned, it is Space Wolves. And they will just heroically intervene into you and blow you up if you try to do that.
And I always get a chuckle out of it.
Okay.
Valdor's talking about my hand
Made me
here.
think for a second I did something bad. It's like, oh god, no.
But then obviously you could potentially block out a lot of real estate inside these areas as well.
I'll stop.
Valdor's having altogether too much fun playing this toy soldier game on his computer. He's going to need to calm down. This is a serious game. We want serene silence from the players to show their utmost professionalism.
Yeah, my units are. I'm gonna have to do some of this.
Seabiscuit in the chat. How's it going, Seabiscuit?
Yeah.
Long time no see.
Yeah. Unless you want to do some destruction for your own units. Yeah. Can't see you want to do that.
I wonder if we have some assets not loading in here. These are a lot of bases that I cannot see. Are they flipped? No? I just don't know what these are. It's very strange. I want to give an apology to the chat. To preempt an apology to the chat. For some reason, I'm getting some chop on my stream here today. The ping is sort of periodically spiking with the players, and so it is a little bit choppy. I'm not sure what's causing that. I think it's just it's a Friday evening. I don't know. Squadrons just came out. Probably a lot of people jumping on streams today. Who knows? But it is a little choppy this evening, so I do apologize for that. I'm not sure why that is.
I think the Scorpius also has some like weird contact issues, so just keep that.
Antonio Xavier, you can blame all of the Scorpius I added to my current list on Nick. I faced him round 1. Was educated quickly on how useful they are.
Yes, it's just like
Sam, what's up with the face down bases? Yeah, that's what I was just commenting on. They don't appear, at least on my end, they don't appear to be units. They are just tokens, and I wonder...
a couple of mine do.
I wonder if they're just using them to proxy.
They're actually okay. I think they've been improved, at least the ones I have.
Or whether they're maybe models that haven't loaded. They don't look like it. They also don't have a tooltip. So I wonder if we're just using them to pre-measure.
Oh, you know what?
It does look like almost everything has been placed.
It's to that green line. I think it's measuring to right now. So I think.
No, it's.
Yeah. I think you're still like the intent is 9. So if for some weird reason it looks like you're short, we can just always say you're.
I'll just get a clarification from Baldor on that. Make sure that we're not experiencing anything technical here. It looks like it's a token.
No, I think what the issue is I think it's with the bases on your space, your Wolfen. It's not measuring. Like
Torin in chat, how's it going?
snap to the
Thanks for
base.
joining.
If you measure from
I
a
see what you're
unit
saying
to the base, it's not quite measuring right. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
You can override it. You just have to click exactly on the edge as opposed
Yeah.
to.
I get what you're saying.
Hey Valdor, are these just tokens for pre-measuring?
Yes, these are just to make sure that when I move my units around, I don't screw myself by not leaving enough space.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah.
Because I have messed that up many a time, and it's very bad.
Fair enough. Cool. Yeah, chat was asking, so thanks for the clarification.
Alrighty then. I think the Wolfen will be fine.
There you go, chat.
Okay.
Valdor just very appropriately using proxy bases to make sure that he is in the correct position. Very elucidates things for his opponent too. He's not like trying to flip models and put them out and making things confusing. It's pretty clear which things are models and which things are not. So I think that's very appropriate for Valdor. Torin asking to be legally renamed Captain Mavrork. All right, that's fair. More like Cap Torin Mavrork. Seabiscuit won every RTT in 9th since starting with Space Wolves. That's sick. Good to hear that the Ninja Rune Priest is doing well. You should come back and win some RTTs over in the Discord, Seabiscuit. Come join our pods. We're up to 12 already. We're killing it. 12 in an 80-player combat patrol. That's like blows my mind every time. Torin, there's a distinct lack of chin orcs on this table. I think the less chin orcs on the table, the better. Get those things out of here. Yeah, I do think that there people have slowed down joining pods until the new Marine stuff comes in. Or the new Marines and the Necrons, obviously next weekend on the 10th. The new codexes are releasing. That's going to be exciting. Obviously, new Space Marine codex means the world turns on its head for a little while. So far, I think it's been all good stuff that people have been the previews for Space Marines. We'll see how it ends up though. Torn, you have 4 in your latest list? That is child's play. Go ask Shuma for his Chinork list. Because it was like 12. It was the dumbest thing I'd ever seen. Every time I played against it, I killed every single Chinork Warcrafter on the table, and I still lost. Like not even close lost. Lost like 90 to 32 or something. Bobby Hall's eBay is about to have many Marines. Yeah, I sold off a Marine army just a couple weeks ago. Interesting. Yeah, I wonder if I mean, will it have many Marines or will people be picking them up? I think most of the people who are pretty hardcore just hold on to their Marine armies until Marines are good again. It seemed to me, and they go play their off army if Marines are bad for a while. Same way, after some extensive review of the few leaks, some stuff has gone up significantly. Ooh, 70-point destroyers. Well, maybe their stats are better. 4 wounds destroyers. Let's hear it. Although that new reanimation protocols is like, it sounds so sad for destroyers, which would be too bad. Destroyers are one of my favorite units. I think they might just be one of my favorite units in Necrons because their stratagem is so gross. GW's really making warriors a requirement and focus of the army. Yeah, it was interesting. I mean, it was always seemed a little bit weird to me. It felt like warriors wanted to be the core of a Necron army, like sort of conceptually. They wanted to have these like phalanxes of big stompy boys that like sort of slowly march up the table and reanimate themselves. And that archetype was always bad. But I don't know, maybe a 9th is good? The Warrior Horde? I played against it one time in 8th, but it was right after Marines had come out, so like 10 Interceptors would just rip 20 Warriors right off the table before they got to reanimate, which is gross. Seabiscuit upgraded the Ninja Rune Priest by adding 10 more incursors, using Shrouding to make them invincible. So it's not just a Ninja Rune Priest now, it's like an entire ninja division. Yeah, that phase-out roll was so frustrating. When I started 40k when I was in high school, it was right at the tail end of that codex. That was the 3rd edition codex, I think. It was right at the tail end of that codex being legal. And my friend played Necrons, and it was like we just elected not to play with phase-out for a while. Because it was so brutal. Like, you'd come down to an exciting close game, and then Necrons like would lose one extra, like model too many, and just lose the game. And you'd be like, well, that's stupid. What a lame way to end the game. Sam Moyer, do Cryptex give +1 to reanimate rolls? I was talking to somebody the other day, and they said that that's what the standard Cryptech would do. But I have no way of knowing if that's true. Oh, okay. No rolls for him yet. I have to say, though, the Chronomancer seems sick. That model looks amazing. Like, not just the model's cool, but also the Chronometron rule looks really good. I would pay a bunch of points to give him 5+ invulnerable save to whatever I wanted. That's like, whoo, that's spicy.
Yeah, I'm gonna get there.
All right.
Like-
I will put.
It's a bit of a long deployment phase, Chad. I do apologize that we haven't gotten started yet.
Not used to having 2 blade guards.
So far,
Last minute addition of an additional blade guard.
right now we want to avoid putting deployment. This is one of the reasons that we had the invitational as deploy first, go first, and then we have the asymmetric maps, but to compensate for that. But unfortunately, it's hard to chess clock the individual placement back and forth, especially on TTS. It's a little bit easy. I mean, it's much easier in real life, but on TTS, it's kind of bleeds you seconds to move the camera, and then place and then hit the button. So we currently don't have deployment on the clock, but it does mean that the players have a little bit more leeway to deploy in a leisurely manner. Unfortunately, I think that it may end up increasing the chess clock for the finals game and then putting deployment on the clock. But currently, I think it would end up with some issues because you would end up spending extra time early. See, basically, Ninja Division of Space World back to back. Frontline of 16 Wolfen. Yeah, boy. Ragnar, Murder Fang on the field. The character is still 2 drop pod, blood claws, quads. That sounds so sick.
I'm sorry. The skulls that are around this guy, are you treating them as part of the obscuring?
I think that's how that works. I think it's part of the model.
Okay. All right.
Oh, I see why you're asking that question.
Yeah, because like you could draw a line here or you could draw a line here, depending on it. I've been counting the skulls as obscuring in my game, but I just wanted to be sure that we're on the same page.
I'm pretty sure that is how it works.
Okay.
The rule is written. If it's part of the turning feature, it's part of the.
Okay. I mean, I guess we could ask Chad, but it's.
Yeah, they're obscuring.
Okay.
Torin, you should put wild card Carnifexes on the table for every 5 minutes they spend. That's just Torin. Carnifexes are just 2 points for bring it down for one player or another. So that's just giving them a bonus. That's like a gimme. Here you go. Kill this 8 wound idiot. You can get 2 points. We should put wild card. I don't know. What's the scary unit? Like Beast of Nurgle or something. You can't get any secondary points for it, and they heroically intervene into you. Just tie you up for the rest of the game. Yeah, maybe we'll do one of those. Yeah, we should do like chat plays 40K. It's like one of those chat plays, chat plays Twitch games. We just chat plays Nidzilla Carnifexes. Wildcard Mortarian. We're playing Judgment now.
Were you done deploying?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
It's all good.
So like a 2.5 player game. It's a 2-player game, but there's NPCs that fight you. That game is wild.
Snippers.
Got my 2 characters, 2 dreadnoughts, 3 tempests.
The Carnifex licking up and licking a Space Marine like a lapdog is a solid representation of their damage output. Yeah, you're not wrong. They are. Carnifexes are the friendliest monster in the game. All they want to do is hug you and leave you in melee, kill 1 intercessor on average. Good old Carnifexes. What a competitive unit option. Hey, chat, we're just drawing some pretty pictures on the board here. This kind of looks like the
yeah.
what is like the Freemason symbol, the little angle drawer thing. I don't know what that's called. Unfortunately, not a member of any secret society, so I apologize. This was it was an interesting controversy in War Machine and Hordes at some point, because it was sort of a similar scale to size game. It was a little bit smaller than Warhammer 40k, and for a long time it had unlimited pre-measuring. So a lot of times, in some situations, players would just take ages and proxy base their whole army and pre-measure a lot. And it ended up creating. They ended up creating rules against it, which was kind of a big deal when they first came out. I will say that I
T-Wolves right there.
certainly abused the pre-measuring rules to the fullest extent of the law.
Over here, I think. Make sure you cut off the edge.
Valdor also here using he has his 1-inch auras on a lot of his models. He was talking to his opponent before the game. That's because the new scripting on the Battlescripted TTS mod, unfortunately, makes the highlight not work on single model units. Basically, because it checks for coherency, meaning that most of the time you have to be in coherency with another model in your unit. If you're a single model unit, you can't have it.
Alrighty.
So in order to keep track of all of his individual single model units, Valdor ends up just making an aura around them so he can tell them apart or tell them out, especially on like a sort of a dark map like this. Helps a little bit. Make sure that you know what's up with the game state.
Battle leader here.
Bobby, how's Johan McGregor is joining the chat? Hello there. Antonio Xavier, am I pining for the days of guess range for artillery? No, thank you. No,
yeah,
no,
right here.
thank you. No, actually, I was a big proponent of no pre-measuring for the longest time, because I don't know, I was kind of a dick, I think, and I liked that being able to guesstimate distances was like a sort of a powerful skill. But ever since games have started to bring full pre-measuring in, I realized that it actually just improves the game immensely. You never catch people out, sort of, and you never get free wins because somebody misjudged a distance by 0.5 inch. It felt good when you were the one doing it, but when somebody else just lost because they didn't know, the difference between 11.5 and 12 inches, it was just brutal. That's unnecessary. From a thematic standpoint, guess ranges actually were super cool, and I agree. Sam Ware, I agree. In Warhammer Fantasy, I think they were cool. They were cool as hell. It was just sort of having some randomness to where your trebuchet went, because your engineer was better at guesstimating distances. Is kind of fun. I do feel like, I don't know, maybe you could maybe recreate those rules in sort of a more even way too.
6 is 16 and 12 is 28.
Troran, I think we should have small projectiles and models only die if they get knocked over. I agree. We'll just we'll throw coins at each other's armies.
Alrighty then.
Did anybody use the? Did anybody? Oh, are we? Are we deploying? Do we have anything else for Valdor here? Oh, we still got a couple models. Almost there. Did anybody grow up playing with like toy soldiers and knocking them over with pennies? My dad and I used to do that when I was a little kid. We used to build forts out of bricks, and then like you'd have a big tank shell that was like a $50 coin, a big old chunky coin, and they would like knock over the fortress, and then the guys would fall over. And those guys would die.
Go ahead.
Obviously.
Or just go in there.
Seabiscuit, I'm pining for the days where I had the ability to eyeball any inch distance across the table between two objects. Yeah, it was. I remember one of my my favorite memories is that I played on a non-regulation size board. I played War Machine on a non-regulation size board, and I never realized before the amount of information that your brain sort of puts together to guesstimate distances. And so when you play on a board size that's smaller, it actually compresses your estimation of distance. And so I actually misestimated every distance in that game that I played on a small board. It was only 4 inches short, I think. It was a 44-inch wide or a long board, and I think I misjudged every distance by 1 to 2 inches. But I was pretty good at it when I played War Machine. There were a lot of 14-inch range weapons in War Machine. I could eyeball 14 inches like instantaneously. Not anymore though. Now I just measure with a tape measure.
Alrighty then.
Josh has used BB guns to assault toy soldier forts. That's brutal. My toy soldiers never had to deal with BB guns. Maybe my toy soldiers were soft. Antonio Xavier, yeah, small castles and plastic slingshot. Yeah, I remember those games. They have ones with like little trebuchets that you build now, right? Like a little trebuchet, like a rubber band powered trebuchet, and you fling it at the castles. It's basically Angry Birds, but for real. George just cracked open a hard seltzer. It's white girl Warhammer time. Got my White Claw, ready to watch some Wolf Claws. Go to work. Those are incursors, right? I would probably fill the area in the front of this, in front of this Scorpius with incursors. I feel like would be the play. That way you can't get tagged by aggressors on turn 1. I guess we're not doing that though, because you could just put them right up against the wall there. Make it very difficult to get in on that Scorpius. Wonder what the. I guess we're just hoping to. I guess we might just be hoping to get some interventions in. Seems a little awkward though.
Alrighty, good sir. I think I'm good.
we have finished the point here. Maybe not quite. Looks like Valdor's just going to drop his next couple miles.
For which correct. Champion is here. Moloch is here.
Yeah, we also had, there was a 20-minute pre-stream chat. Yeah, I started 20 minutes early.
Eliminators.
And then also, I think the players had just finished pre-games when we went live, so. It's not, it hasn't been really been an hour, but it has been a long time, I will give you that. I'm not sure what the players are experiencing too, but if I'm experiencing chop on my end, they might also be as well since I'm the lobby host. Just realizing that we have not promoted all the players, so maybe that would work. So it might be that they're also getting some lag, and that's just slowing things down. I just had stepped away to check my Ethernet cables. Not really sure why everything's choppy, but I hope nobody's experiencing lag on the stream side. If they do, I apologize.
Yep.
Linus Haug,
Tempest, as it were.
thanks for the subscription.
We want to
You jumping on the channel.
right flank.
Yeah, so we could talk about the list again real quick. One thing we didn't do is talk about Nick's pregame selections. I believe that he has taken Armor of Rust on his Wolf Lord and Saga of the Hunter for Advance and Charge on the Wolf Lord as well.
Or we could put him over here.
Saga of the Hunter, Armor of Rust. He's written it down with no spaces and no punctuation. Thanks, Nick.
This is not awesome.
Maybe that's his name. Maybe he is the Venerable Wolf Lord, Saga of the Hunter, Armor of Rust. Sounds like a appropriately Viking name.
I think I'm gonna go with here actually. Measure this a little bit.
Looks like he also has Saga of the Wolfkin on his battle leader, his Thunderwolf battle leader.
That's what we could do.
And I believe, I don't know what litanies he took. I think he has hate
Wolf never fail morale.
They can.
and the standard, yeah, Tailed Wolfkin, Lord of the Deeps.
They impressed me as a unit that could be fearless.
That would definitely be a little
Typing
much.
with Wolf Claws can't be easy. Yeah. This army either has huge paws or they're wearing,
Put him here.
you know, power armor gauntlets, which is like,
The option.
it's probably like typing in hockey
I do
mitts, right?
think it feels fair.
Antonio Xavier, as a fellow Space Wolf player, I say there was no fear of aggressors tagging. We can attack first and slaughter them within 6 inches.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Maybe.
That's bad.
I mean, it depends on what you get in,
I think
right?
I'm gonna give it the flexibility. We'll put him on just in case.
Because there's the potential. This space here is so tight.
And I think that
There's the
is
potential that you
all-
just block if you come into this area, you just block enough real estate that there's no possible heroic intervention.
That's it. I guess it's the roll off, if I'm not mistaken.
Let's watch the roll off.
Yeah.
Here we go. We're doing it now. Looks like Valdor
Okay.
coming in with a 6,
I will go
Okay,
first.
6.
and Nick
Okay.
only with a 3. Valdor taking the roll, taking the first turn.
How does this
Oh, that's a big deal.
work?
I think, yeah.
Do I go like this?
Yep. I think so. There we go. Let's
All
start. I guess we should do our litanies before we
Also,
forget.
command. So yeah. So you do your. I guess I'm the active player, so I should do mine first. Oh no, yours started battle round, so you should do yours first. So go ahead and
Yes.
do yours.
Yes, it is. I'm gonna do Tail of the Wolfkin in the Deep, and I'm gonna put on
Although-
the Wolf Priest.
Although wait, technically, my pregame moves are actually before your litany.
Okay, yeah, go. Do your pregame moves and then
Yeah.
let's get this started.
So, we will read a pool. Ready? Chaplain.
Yeah, Chad calling for somebody might be clocked out. You might not be wrong. This is a matchup with probably not an immense amount of turn 1 Probably not a lot of turn 1 engagement, but still probably a reasonable amount. Looks like we might just be setting up with the aggressors to take a double tap into the Wolfen. It's certainly the type of damage you need to kill Wolfen. Shooting them with las cannons and stuff like that typically bounces off a Storm Shield, but hitting them with, you know, a billion Strength 4 shots, probably that's what you want to do. We could potentially see the Incursors get in here to tag the Scorpius. I know Valdor is pretty worried about the Scorpius based on talking to him before the game, beforehand. But he does need to get in and stop any heroic interventions from happening, which would be a little tough, so he might not even go in there. Maybe just use this squad to try to block off some real estate from the rest of the Space Wolf army. Obviously, you don't want to get within 6 inches of them, because that would be bad. But you can just sort of string them out along here if you kill some of the Wolfen to make their advancing up the table a little bit harder.
Close enough. I don't care. And the chaplain can go in. He can go here-ish. And then I will spend... I don't know if I get my CP at this, when I get it. But anyways, I go up to 6 at the start of the battle round, but I'm going to spend another one for another pregame move.
Chat, this playlist I'm on is wild. Oops. I apologize.
Advance my chapter master. So he goes 6 plus 4, he goes 10 inches.
There's a Stereo Moloch going off with his bonus to advance.
Yeah, but I have Hungry for Battle for +1 to advantage.
Bonus advance and rerolling, potentially.
Alright, so now the actual first battle is
Okay, I am going to do... I'm actually not going to do... Tail of the Wolf King. I'll do Canticled Hate. And I get it.
Torn, can we get some sea shanties? Let me see if I can find some.
You want a token?
Sure.
And I will do Recitation of Focus on the aggressors. Goes off.
We sure frickin' can,
Fire
Torn.
on the aggressors. Fails. Rerolling for Wiser Raider. Goes off.
Okay.
And now over to my movement phase.
Yarr!
It's over here. So this is the regular battle round now starting.
Okay.
This is my regular movement phase.
What do you do with the drunken Wolfen?
And I
What
should be
do you
on
do
fire,
with the
right?
drunken Wolfen? Shoot it with a bolt storm.
Guess there's no reason for them not. So sure, these guys will walk forward. That's 5. And we're just gonna... Oh, shit.
This feels like the cinematic trailer, like cover of Drunken Sailor. Like this is playing behind, you know, Horatio Hornblower doing something heroic.
Okay.
That's awfully close, those Wolfen. You better kill them. I guess we're planning on killing them. I mean, there are land sphere temples on this table for Valdor. I guess it's fair. So
Wrestlers are gonna stay where they
probably
are.
gonna deal with them. Need somebody up there with a Asterion Moloch, though.
That's 9.
Same way, our first turn to Valdor probably clinches the game. Yeah, it's I mean, yeah, it's hashtag just Raven Guard things, right?
Okay.
I think I would have liked to have seen these Thunderwolf cavalry come off the table edge, maybe.
Just move.
Unfortunately, they're kind of exposed right now, and there's not really, like, they're not really, yeah, they're just gonna run up and get trapped. This does seem like it's pretty favored for Raven Guard coming out of the gate, for sure.
Let's see.
Although, I mean, the number of times that we've called something for not Space Wolves, and then Space Wolves just absolutely crush their opponent has been way too many on the stream. So I'm not gonna say it's somebody's gonna win.
I'm just gonna put.
Looks like Asterion Moloch got an Infiltrators to advance, and then did a standard advance up the table to give everybody the rerolls.
Chip.
And he can advance and charge, so he is potentially getting up there for.
I need something to show that I advanced, otherwise I'm gonna forget.
Tornado have Nick clenching. It's not clinched just yet. A-level wordplay, sir.
I just don't want to forget which things.
Samware, slight nerf to Eradicators don't shoot twice if they advance. Well, I'm not sure that matters because you won't be advancing many very often if you're just taking multi-meltas or one multi-melta. You already don't want to advance because you want to shoot your multi-melta.
Oh god. I messed up my camera. Oh, that fixed it. Okay. Oh god. Sorry about that.
It's all good.
Yeah, so that guy advanced. So the chapter master advanced, no one else has. Alright.
Somewhere there. Who cares about the multi-melta? Well, it's a 4-shot multi-melta in the hands of an Eradicator. So I care about that. Because that's gross.
Can't even get there.
Eradicators typically, without like Master Artisans plus the Salamander buff, they do like.
So these
currently, they do like enough damage to kill you, but or like just like they do like 11 wounds to a 12 wound vehicle, right? But having an extra sort of like 0.75 worth of a shot is pretty gross. Like that's enough to push them over. I think that they just average kill those things instead of leaving it on like 2 wounds. So these are eliminators taking cover in the obscuring.
That's 1 inch. Close enough. It's just moved.
Just going to toe into that obscuring. This is a pretty common pattern of play in this map. There's a lot of guns hide behind that obscuring terrain and then just touch it to fire through.
33. No. These guys.
That's where I put on my exocrines usually when I'm playing on this map. Somewhere, only 11 wounds are already probably the most efficient anti-tank weapon in the game. Yeah, but they could be more efficient. Just think. There could be added efficiency. I mean, it depends on how much the multi-melta is versus the rifle, though. If it's like 20 more points, like sure, get rid of that garbage. But if it's like 10, might take that. I thought initially that they could all of them could take multi-meltas. I didn't see the clause that they clarified you could only take one multi-melta. And I was like about to just throw in the towel.
So we're just gonna spread these guys out. So
Just activate scoop phase. We're out. We're going home.
oh, it's 3 inches.
So Veldor did set himself up for a pretty good turn one if he did get it. He has, as we saw in his pre-measuring before, he had shots from he had shots from both of his Relic Contemptors into the Thunderwolf Cavalry, or at least one of his Relic Contemptors. I'm not sure if this one had a shot, but he pre-measured that shot so he wouldn't have to move into the terrain and expose himself to the other Relic Contemptor on the other side of the table. So he basically just gets free damage from them this turn. And the same with the Tempest. The Tempest can just sort of chill right here and be relatively safe from the other Relic Contemptor.
is 32.
New Hexmark character is a destroyer, so it rolls once to hit. BS 2, Overwatch is on 2. Overwatch is on 2, that's cool. Is its gun good, though?
This one.
Is it like the Liberator pistols that the I don't know, the Gene Protocol guy has? One damage? Ugh. Ugh. Does it like reroll its wounds or something?
Okay.
How far are they? 23.2.
Oh, it has a roll where it cascades its shots. All right, I mean that's something, I guess. Usually that's good at killing sort of like medium infantry, but I don't know if anybody needs to kill medium infantry right now.
So line of sight.
I'm like, oh, look at me. I'm gonna be good at killing Tempestus Scions. I'm like, okay. I really don't care about that.
Can you do that one more time, please? Because I think you actually crossed over.
No. So I'm measuring line of sight.
I mean for this one. I think you did cross over. Can you please just double check?
Oh,
yeah. I think you might have. I'll just double check. You know what? You can draw a line of sight to this guy, so it wouldn't matter.
Alright. Those are moved. Well, what do I want to do with these blade guards? I guess we should think about screening now. So we want to think about it a little bit. Okay.
That was some intense sea shantying. Valdor's about to blow some men away this turn, I think. This is a very appropriate song.
How big is your smallest squad? Has like a bunch of units in it, right?
Huh? Oh, you're for deep striking?
Also, I'm going to be able to move again.
But yeah, he has another turn to screen out. He doesn't have to worry about it this turn.
You do have
those Tempests are actually pretty good at taking up that sort of backline real estate, because usually they can still get range with their launchers, and they're fast enough they can go wherever they need to fill out holes in the screen.
Good about my time. These guys will just go in this building. Oh, the artillery crew is going to raise the banner on this guy.
Okay.
And the blue blade guard veterans will raise the banner on this guy.
Okay.
That does remind me that we didn't go over the players' secondary objectives this game. Looks like Valdor bringing Assassinate, engage no friends, raise the banners high.
Oh, I might want to...
Raise the banners high. This is the single best mission for Raise the Banners High, and I'm actually surprised that his Eliminators aren't just going to be doing it right now. There's a Wolf Priest in the Space Wolf list, so even if he takes execution shots,
so that's fine.
Into some characters and plinks him for a wound, it doesn't really matter. And if you get all three banners going, it's pretty reasonable that you.
I know they hate them.
It's pretty reasonable that you just score the full 15 on those, maybe 12 or 13.
No, you don't need them anyway.
Alright, so that's everything over there. That's the Tempest, that's the artillery, that's those intercessors, the Eliminators, just the vehicles over here I need to move. How close does this guy need to get? This guy needs to be able to get to like here. So this guy can move up to like...
Looks like those Contemptors are just going to be going into the terrain. They are relic Contemptors, so they don't take too much damage from this fire. You just Duty Eternal and give you a middle finger.
And then these guys What do I want to do with them? Let me just touch this terrain up here. Okay, that's that, that's that, that's that, that's everything. Okay, I've only used 15 minutes of my time. That's not that bad. Alright, I think that is everything for movement, right?
Sounds good.
The only thing I advanced was the chapter master.
Time to rip some wolfing off the table.
Alright, let's start with the aggressors since it's fairly obvious.
Yep.
They're gonna shoot into the wolfen.
Not the wolfen, no.
Um,
Are you +1 to wound right now?
yes.
Okay. I will be spicy and spend the
283.
2
Tempest
CP
could have
to
shot the wolfen.
transunit.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
If they
So
go
I have to
along
roll one
here,
volley
maybe.
at a
Yeah,
time.
probably.
So
Although it might require an advance. I
first
don't know.
volley is 19 plus 30, which is 49.
Casual 49 shots. And that's half of our shooting. We're going to do that again. You know, just shoot 100 times. It's fine. Baboosh. Chad, who wants to put money on Valdor timing out because he refuses to use the
38, 39, 45.
the dice tray dice and wants to spawn his own?
So 49. Hitting on twos, reroll.
Sounds good.
Chapter Master.
Sam betting this is like 5 minutes a turn.
And then wounding on fours, rerolling 1 for Master Artisans.
Yeah, there's a transhuman.
Mm.
No lieutenant here. Well, we get the
So 25.
casual 25.
Okay. I will
Probably
be a
kills
jerk and start this on the armor. 2 at a time.
Yep.
Valdor is within his rights to flip it to his opponent's time while he rolls
That's
these out.
3. Yes. Feel no pain for him.
So we're not going to do that, though.
He takes it, so he's taking 1 at a time. He saves it. Actually, I should switch to my time. Sorry about that.
Okay. I think you clicked the red.
I did. Maybe you have to click it yourself.
Right? Oh, that's what it is.
Okay, there we go.
I have to switch it to you. That's what it is.
Okay.
Okay.
Still on 1 wound.
Yep.
Saves it. Saves it.
Let's just watch this wolfing unit leader. Oh.
Fails it.
Ready? Here's the DPR though.
Dies.
Ah, lame.
And 3 gips.
I was ready for that guy to just
1 to
boss
2s.
all of those. That was a terrible roll though. Oh boy.
Roll that like
9 fails out of 20.
That's gonna kill the
3 ups.
squad. Once I
Roll
roll
okay
like
on
that.
the 5 ups, so there's
So
only at least 2. So total is
2, 1, 2, and 1 at 1 wound.
Yeah.
So 1.
And then the second shot should rip them off the table.
2. But nobody getting out of range, so.
Yeah, those 5 ups are really swingy for sure. I won't lie to you that, you know, I think everybody who plays an army that has access to them probably at some point has won a game just off the back of the 5 ups going hot. The 5 up ignores.
And we're all gonna do the same thing again.
Yep.
Is this 5 dice? I don't actually know. These dice are probably being counted. Oh, thank you. Shots. 23 plus 30 is...
Yeah, that's interesting to know that aggressors are losing their double tap.
23 plus 30 is
53. Yeah.
I mean, the question then becomes like sort of what differentiates them. Although it was always an odd ability on them. Like they have this ability to advance that they don't want to use because they want to stand.
Oh, that's right, because you got your special rain guy dice.
I mean, I'm just being. It's just vanity.
I can tell.
No, they're more lucky. They're loaded. 2s re-rolling.
I'm really excited for them
Not ones that time, but
not to do that on
And then
Overwatch,
force.
Overwatch was very frustrating with aggressors.
Re-rolling 1.
They have recitation of focus active currently.
31.
sounds good.
So they're currently +1 to hit and +1 to wound against the closest enemy, which is the Wolfen.
Have no idea. I only did 1. Yeah, that's gonna kill them. Unless I make a fucking boss. Nope.
Also a lot of 5s, but not enough.
Not enough. They tanked a lot though.
Yep. Oh, and you left the pet there.
Yeah.
Am I on my time? Yeah, I'm on my
Hey,
time.
sidebar guys, are you my game's pretty choppy right now. Are you guys getting a lot of lag on your end?
Yes.
No.
I'm getting a
not.
ton of lag on my end.
Interesting.
Also, this clock is not.
Yeah, I just paused it.
Oh.
Okay.
I was like, I don't want to be cheating.
Yeah, because I was gonna offer to see if we wanted to migrate the host. I don't know if that would make it better or not.
I mean, I'll take it.
I'm running fine right now, so it's up to you guys.
I'll take the host. If it helps.
Valdor, do we want to knock it over to you real quick and then we'll?
Yeah, you can host me.
Okay.
Or just whatever the word is. I don't know.
Sure. Yeah, 1 sec.
Everybody, hold on to your butts.
Yeah. Apologies, chat. We're just gonna try to pop this over to make this a little bit smoother.
Do you accept?
I'm gonna just load it back in.
Starting to host migration. Now you're gonna have the issue that I don't have the texture for the craters. I don't know. I guess
that will. Will that matter? Or no?
I guess it'll load for you and not for me, right?
Probably.
Hopefully it loads our fucking timers as well.
Oh, that's true. I was on 1:10 or an hour 10. I mean to say. Oh yeah, that's good.
It's good? Alright. Juicy.
Alright. You good to keep going? Trevor, you good?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Alright, we'll start time. This is running on you. Alright.
Yep.
Do your worst.
Let's lock this thing so it doesn't fly away. Okay. Good. Alright, so we shot the aggressors, and I was deciding what to shoot next. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm going to shoot my... let's not leave any chances. Can this guy reach over here? No. Alright, well, I guess we'll shoot these first to see what happens.
Alright, Chad, we're going to be back.
Moloch will shoot his
sec.
laser lance at the
reset my
incursors, since they're the only thing in range.
That's good.
Oh my gosh, my dice are moving so much faster. Re-rolling.
Is this weapon not assault?
It is assault.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's assault. It's an assault laser. I don't know. It's weird.
Okay. What's the AP
So
on again?
he's hitting on 3s, but he rolled a 4 after re-rolls.
Okay.
And then wounding on a 2, 6, 5, 8. And it's not heavy, so it's just AP minus 2.
Really? Well, I take it.
And it's D3 for 1.
Huh. He lives!
Alright, we'll try to
Okay,
finish
Chad,
it
we're
with my
back.
chaplain then.
Okay.
I don't know if that really helps things on my end.
Hold on, real quick.
But hopefully it did.
Before I start trying to take
Stream
this damage.
connection looks a little bit better. But the player pings didn't look like they changed, so I don't know. Hopefully
How many
that's
attacks
better
does
for
your
the players and we don't
chaplain
have
get
such a...
right now?
we don't have an issue with time
4,
coming down to
5 on the charge.
Yep.
Thanks for your patience, everyone. I apologize.
That's gonna be 2s into 3s. No rerolls as of now. This is
Yeah, that was a pretty hefty roll from the aggressors for sure. I mean, they're good at killing the Wolfen profile, so it's not surprising that the Wolfen died there. And I think average dice, you probably overkill the Wolfen pretty significantly. But.
Yeah, Sarge will take the first spoon.
Okay. The chaplain hit, and then it's strength 5. So
it should take.
Fails.
Not that.
Oh, but he gets master raise.
It should take like.
And it's 1 AP, I believe.
7 wounds
Not
through to kill a Wolfen, just about.
And we're just gonna unload into the other incursors.
And then hitting on 2 is rerolling, so you're almost 100% conversion there.
So 5, 10 attacks.
It's very highly likely that you kill that Wolfen.
Gosh, the dice are moving so fast. It's like
they're moving pretty normal to me. So.
Oh yeah, they were super slow for me. So re-rolling from the chapter master. So 8 hits, and then wounding on 4s.
Not that.
3. No AP.
Yeah. Wow. All right, losing 2. Bam, and bam.
Okay.
So it looks like we're Valdor's probably going to pretty cleanly clear off objective
everything
5
over here. So that's
It'll be up to the Space Wolf characters to kill the units that move to objective 5 and retake control of that objective, but those aggressors are going to be problematic for him.
Let's see how many. We have range for Storm Bolters? We do.
Not to mention that if Moloch stays in that dense cover, he's going to be giving them rerolls to hit if anything gets over there to Overwatch. We do have the Thunderwolf.
Put
Thunderwolf
his Storm Bolters into the Thunderwolves.
So he could potentially try to
he will put his lasers and missiles into your Dreadnought.
Okay, I'll do the Eternal him.
Okay, so you're down to 8, 7.
7.
Lasers. Master Artisans. So have used it. The hit one.
So Relic Contemptor's firing now, splitting fire. The small arms going into the Thunderwolves. A bunch of 1s getting rolled.
No rerolls now.
For the big cannons into the other Relic Contemptor who has Duty Eternal to survive it.
1 wound. This is -3.
So I get on 5. Takes it.
And 4 damage.
So this is 4, but they do have a 6+ damage ignore for being old and venerable.
I take 1 damage.
He saves 2 of them. Relic Contemptors,
ladies
ladies and gentlemen, Duty Eternal into an ignore is brutal.
Sounds good.
Gosh.
No rerolls. 2 hits. And they're 2/5, right?
Yep. So we'll.
This will keep us.
Of course, I take the wound.
The other Dreadnought's going to do exactly the same thing.
Sounds good.
2 lasers. 2 hits. I will Master Artisans this wound roll. 2 wounds. These are ups.
I stop 1.
And damage.
It's I think one of the interesting things about Relic Contemptors is they don't look like a particularly survivable model.
If you can still reroll that if you want.
You can just roll.
The Dreadnoughts in general have always been kind of squishy, and so you just sort of assume that they're relatively easy to kill. But between Duty Eternal and that 6+ ignore and an invulnerable save, obviously we're watching it here.
Okay, so you take 1 damage.
4 las cannon shots.
And that was the laser,
2 missile or 4 missile launcher shots going into this Relic Contemptor. So far, has done 1 damage.
And I'm out of rerolls.
2 damage. Excuse me.
2 wounds on your invul.
I don't stop either. Yeah, don't stop either.
And damage.
2 missiles going through. Well, for 9
that
damage.
goes down.
That's some pretty extreme dice there, but
as of now,
we'll probably still leave that guy alive. We'll probably have to have a Tempest turn around and rock an assault cannon into him to try to finish him off.
So 2, 6, 5.
This is on 3 actually.
7, right?
So he goes down to 3. I think that's 1 before his Brack Rose has, right?
And then,
Duty Eternal, ladies and gentlemen.
And then the Storm Bolters at the pools.
Alright, sounds good.
No rerolls. 4 hits. 2 wounds, no AP.
This is what it's gonna kill him. Almost. Man, we're only these 3 outs like 4 outs right now.
Alright, we are going to
So everybody in chat, who here's
use guided aim on my eliminators
signed up for Combat Patrol?
and shoot your dreadnought.
Who's psyched to play some small
Didn't you raise the banner?
40k?
No,
Okay.
there's no banner there.
Okay.
I probably should have, but I didn't.
Eliminators taking
so two shots, hitting on
two
threes.
shots into the
I moved, but I counteract it with guided aim. Master Artisans.
into the Contemptor. Try to
So
finish
two
off
hits.
those last 3 wounds. It's gonna be
Normally
tough though.
wounding
We
on
need,
fives,
we need
with
some
guided
fives to get
aim,
mortal wounds.
wounding on force.
Torin signed up.
Sorry, which ammo did you choose?
How many
again?
Chinark Warcopters in your
Mortis
500
rounds,
point
always
list,
Mortis
Torin?
rounds. So 1 wound on your involved.
You could fit 3 Chinark Warcopters into a list, right?
Okay. Do I want to try and plink him with the Tempest?
It's a
That
secret.
is a
All
good
right.
push.
Well, I'm probably playing a Maliceptor. That's pretty cool.
You know what? Let's shoot
Malice
this
Scepter's
first
my secret
Tempest.
set.
He'll shoot his Tempest
Trevor
launchers
Barrel,
at the
interested to play and
Contemptor,
learn how to play.
and
But
he'll
the
shoot his
patience to
assault
baby walk me
cannon
through.
at the
Yeah, I
bubble.
mean it's a casual event, right? So that's kind of that's the idea.
So Tempest launchers
And
into
we'll get into
Dreadnought.
some more competitive stuff later on, I think.
Number of
But
shots.
certainly, with the number of people signed up, it looks like people are psyched about it.
Wounding on
Josh
fives.
S. ready to see if Ragnar's still a wrecking ball. Yeah, boy.
1 wound.
They automatically hit.
What the hell did I roll? God.
Antonio Xavier, Combat Patrol game tomorrow morning. Space Wolves versus Eldari.
I rolled a 1 on 2. Yeah, so they both missed, and then I Master
That's
Artisan
sick.
into a hit. So now I need to roll the wound.
Antonio, which one are you? Are you the Space Wolves or are you the Eldari?
Master
Master
Artisan.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Then your assault cannon into my.
Got my assault cannon into
tool.
no wounds. Hitting on 3s. And wounding on 3s. 3 at -2.
Of course.
Is he on his bottom brackets?
For the Contemptor, no. He's right before.
I think my game should be on Sunday, probably Sunday morning.
Try to snipe him off his bottom brackets.
I don't know what I'm playing against though. I might
yeah,
stream it.
let's try again.
My opponents.
So we're gonna do the same thing with the Red Tempest.
Antonio playing Space Wolves.
So hopefully
Sick,
better
dude.
on this time. So number of shots.
That's awesome.
Oh, that's better. 6 shots. Hitting on 3s.
Any good?
Master Artisans.
Anything in particular in Space Wolves? That's very cool.
Fives. Master Artisans.
I know the. I mean, the Space Wolf
Save
characters
the
are going to be
rainbow.
brutal in that format for sure.
Do I want to roll? Hold on.
Can we fit some?
Sorry, say again?
Are there some 6
They'll
Thunderbolts in
only
there?
do 1 damage each though because of the Eternal. But yeah, you can reroll anything.
Do I want to roll double block? Because it's a -2, isn't it?
It's -4. It's on your info.
Tempest launchers are -4.
They're -3, -4 in Devastator.
Yeah. I don't lose the movement. So I don't lose the fight. Worst thing is I lose the attacks.
Josh has Wolf and Dreads. Yeah, that's interesting. I just played against.
What
I
else do you
think
have
I
to
talked
shoot?
about it on stream last night.
I've
But
got.
I just played
the
against
Rapier Carrier,
a Death Company Dreadnought.
and I think that's it.
And I was like, what is this old Death Company Dreadnought going to do? And then it, like, basically wrecked
know what?
my whole day.
Nah, I'll save the CP.
My opponent had
So,
two
Fuel and Paints?
Dreadnoughts and basically a Smash
Take
Captain.
2.
And you couldn't deal with all 3 of them in one go.
Round to one.
So I got 1 Dreadnought, and then I got the 2nd Dreadnought, and then the Smash
And
Captain
then
came
the
in
assault
and wrecked me.
cannons into
It's
your
like, it's-
wolves. No
it's brutal.
rerolls.
It's too much going on. Stop it, Blood Angel. Stop having threats.
4 hits. 3 wounds.
Failing all these again. I fell only one this time.
Antonio Xavier, Smash
Yeah,
Lord,
what do I want
Judas,
to
Sure,
shoot?
Intercessor, Cyber Wolves, and an Impulsor. Yeah, that seems sick.
Not enough OP for the. Yeah,
Judiciary and
we're gonna
Impulsor
put
seems
the
like I don't know how you
artillery
deal with that guy.
into-
What a boss. Ugh. Just like you fight last, kill your most expensive thing, game's over. GG. I actually really like Cyberwolves in the format too, because they're fast and they're cheap and they can just run into objectives. And they're actually like one of the weirdly things that are very good at scoring objectives.
Let's shoot the artillery.
And especially if you have an impulsor, like you kind of want to have the opportunity to play primaries on the table. So it looks like only one Thunderwolf cavalry down so far.
Yeah, let's shoot the artillery at the other Wolfen squad.
Okay.
And we're just going to start picking at the other Wolfen with the Rapier carrier.
Shots. So that is 7 shots. I can draw one line from my corner to one of your guys, so I don't have to worry about dents. So hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1 for Master Artisans. And wounding on 3s. Rerolling 1 for Master Artisans. 4 wounds.
AP1?
I guess you could take it on the armor guy if you wanted to.
Yes, I do. 5 up. 5 up. 5 up.
Look at this Wolfen go. Okay. What a boss! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up saves on the Wolfen off the Rapier carrier. Get out of here, Raven Guard.
Oh, let me. These guys.
I like Raven Nard.
Actually, let's do this on. Anyways, okay, so did that. That's all of my shooting, I believe.
Those were just armor saves, Sam. Though those were. He didn't even get to the DPR.
This is impossible.
he just bounced them off his iron pecs.
Chaplain into your.
I mean, he's using. He's also using Valdor's dice and Valdor's dice roller too, so it's not like. We got no excuses here. That wolf is just a boss.
I think that's actually exactly what you needed. Yep.
Judiciary is also best beat stick on his own too.
We will go just
single-handedly clear to Obsec Primaris shapes up the object. Oh, he's great at killing Primaris, right? He's like minus 3/2 damage. Just bops those guys right on the head with that baseball bat or that cricket bat.
Base these 2 guys.
Yeah.
And
but Touch of the Wild and generating CP off of your opponent's characters is both like sick in that format, though, right?
Yeah.
Space Wolf's probably a powerhouse. I mean, everything feels like a powerhouse almost.
My incursors will charge
in combat patrol. I think like the
incursors.
Like I don't know what Aldari do yet.
Your Grey Hunters.
I'm sure there's something in there. But also like, I guess Guard don't seem that exciting.
That is 10.
But otherwise, like every faction seems kind of gross.
So this guy needs to go here.
So right now, Asterion Moloch has charged into. Or sorry, excuse me. The Chaplain has charged into these incursors. We've gotten the incursors into the to engage the Scorpius with their +1 to charge. Might see if they eat some insane heroic interventions though. I think we might trigger off of the battle leader up there.
This guy will go.
Antonio, just don't tell the Inquisition we eat enemy characters. Don't all Space Marines do that, though? Isn't that their omniophage or whatever? They can eat stuff and learn from it. I thought they eat people's brains as canon. I don't know about the fluff for that.
And my chapter master.
I'm excited for when all Space is heroic for no CP.
Okay.
That'll be gross.
5, 6, 7, 8.
I think it's the 9.8 you had right there.
I haven't really read the spoilers though. Is that a Is it a 6-inch heroic intervention or a 5-inch heroic intervention? Or a 3-inch heroic intervention? Excuse me. For the new spoiler, the newly spoiled Space Wolf chapter deck.
All right.
You done with all charge movements? Are you done with all chargers movements?
Oh, you're about to
I
get.
mean, you've already moved that guy. Those guys anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. Heroic intervention should push him right. Should be within an inch of you right now.
Just
You
going.
can measure it. Yeah.
You've activated my trap card. Prepare to
You
be.
can definitely make this. Goes.
Prepare to be
3.
kicked by a dog. There you go.
I think I have one more, so I'm just gonna base in.
Oh, there you go.
Alrighty then, good
6
sir.
inches of the
Here
characters.
goes. Hold on, actually. Is there anybody else?
3 inch for the new haircut I mentioned?
No.
Ah, whatever. Your whole army gets it. That's fine.
Alright,
At least it's not as
let's
brutal as
see.
it was in 8th edition, where your stuff already in melee could intervene.
I
and
will
you just,
activate with the...
you just reposition your entire unit
Cursors
anytime anybody gets close to you.
Okay.
That was always gross.
You have to move closer to the closest model, right?
Yep.
We will put 2 guys into your Wolf Priest. Oh, this is an inch, sorry. 1 guy into your Wolf Priest, because he's more than 0.5.
Yeah.
We will put... Oh, this guy needs to pile in, doesn't he?
So big turn for Valdor here. This is a little bit of a punt.
To pile in.
Just giving away this Incurser squad for no reason, but he should pick up the
I
other
think what we'll
Incurser
do is
squad
this guy will pile in this
with the
way,
Primaris Chaplain.
and then this guy will pile in.
It seems
this
like an
way.
aggressive
That's-
push with the Primaris Chaplain, though. And especially since you just gave this Wolfguard Battle
Yeah, I
Leader
think you'll definitely.
Alright, so we will put
a bunch of extra movement. He's going
1
to get into
guy
your
into
characters.
the Wolf Priest.
Although it's unlikely. I mean, he
We'll
and
put
Moloch
2
probably just
guys
bounce off
into
each
the
other
Grey
for ages,
Hunters.
which is
We'll
hilarious.
put 1 guy into the Wolfguard Battle Leader, and we will put the Sergeant into the Incursors.
Okay.
So 2 guys into. Actually, let's start with the guy going into the Wolf Priest.
Antonio Savior.
So,
If we keep it, yeah, if you keep the
3
1 CP
attacks.
strat, that'd be sick. I
6s.
sort of have a feeling that either
additional-
Wolves or Blood Angels are gonna get it. I can't. I have a hard time imagining they both
Sixes.
retain it.
Master Artisans.
Seems kind of silly for both of them to have it.
So 1 hit.
Especially since, like, you know, it gives the same effect
1
to like a
wound.
lot of power armor
To the
factions.
Grey Hunters, correct?
Oh no, this is to the Chaplain. This is
Okay. Alright, 3 up. Ah, it takes 1. Oh no.
Still got
Same
3
way.
left.
That's a good question. Some factions
And
under
then
the
we'll
chapters are different. The
do-
Space Wolves have an old one,
We'll do the 2 into the Grey Hunters. So that's 6 attacks.
so the
I used my hit reroll,
Timing might be
but
different.
not my wound reroll.
let's take a look.
So, 6. So that's
You get
6. So 5 hits. And I will reroll the wound roll here. Nope. 4, no AP.
Breaking, of course. Do I want to reroll that? Yeah. I will reroll one of these. Okay. I only lose 2.
Spend your CP, yeah.
Yep. Just give me a second. Just killing the models. And I'm down to 6.
Okay. And then the 1 guy into the Wolf Guard, no rerolls.
The Space Wolves under the chapter doesn't have any timing restrictions. It's just at the end of the fight phase. So.
Phase it.
And then the Sergeant.
You could potentially
into
get that the Wolfguard Battle
Uh,
Leader into the Chaplain
Incursor.
if he's within
He is
4
not.
now. You could potentially make it over there.
4.
You do have to be eligible to be selected
4 attacks.
to fight again in 9th edition.
He gains 1 attack back.
And so if he kills everyone next to him and can't consolidate into a new
2
unit,
left.
he will not be able to double fight.
No AP.
And he kills the guy. Sure.
Would you like to interrupt?
No.
Okay. I will then go on to my Chaplain. He gets 5 attacks.
That was an Incursor swing, it looks like. Pulls a wound off the Wolf Priest. That doesn't matter. He's going to heal
Hitting on
himself.
Master Artisans. And wounding on the priest.
Master. Nope. Probably gonna regret that. Nope, I didn't. Okay. My go for everybody. I'm gonna do Touch of the Wild on my. Do I actually want to do Touch of the Wild? Is that even
Touch of
worth
the Wild to try
You
to
get
confirm
how
the
many
kill on
attacks
these
again?
guys. That means that they would be free, or the Scorpius would be free to
4,
attack, which is kind of a big deal.
5. Yep. Is he actually in range? Actually, I just put him just out of range. That was a smart move, Nick. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to spend 1 for Touch of the Wild.
It's awkward because you kind of. I think you almost swing with the Wolf Priest
3 base
first.
plus 1 for Shock Assault plus 1.
Because it's a lot harder for him to kill the battle leader out of melee than the mid is for the vice versa. Because I think the battle leader is about to kill the Incursor that the Wolf Priest is engaging, and he won't be able to swing.
Oh wait, that's right. It's on 2. So I basically get that attack back.
Yep, so you get benefits.
2s. Rerolling the 1s because he's a
Is he with that
lieutenant.
one?
Of course.
Oh yeah,
many
but he
hit,
is a
minus
base
3.
2 plus.
Okay.
+1 to hit is pretty good with a Thunder Hammer,
83
turns
dead.
out.
We'll remove.
And then Crushing Claws and Teeth. 1 more attack from his Wolf Mount. Wound you on 3s. Rerolling the 1. 2 wounds at -1.
Elected
Okay,
to pull the
Corpse.
model engaging the Scorpius out. So that does clear. That clears the Scorpius off, which is
You're fine?
basically
Okay.
all Nick was going for, I think.
Anyway.
But that
so
does
still
lock
base
the
that
Wolf
guy.
Priest, the battle leader, in play. So
And then the
he can't
Incursor
go after any
toss
other
all their
units.
attacks into this Incursor.
And that will stop the Chaplain from being able to
charge them,
attack.
so they're
the Wolf
both 3
Priest.
attacks apiece. So 6.
Kind of a catch-22 for Valdor there. I think he could have left the Incursor that was
Yes, he
here
is.
alive.
They're hitting on 2s, exploding on
But-
6s.
In doing so,
They basically
lose that
gain 1
much.
attack back. Winning you on 4s.
Torin, why would you, I think
Winning you on 4s.
I mean, the Wolf Priest
One move.
swings
No
4
idea.
times with the Crozius, right? So he could theoretically kill both of the Incursors that were engaging the battle leader. And it's not great odds, but it's not that far outside of the realm of possibility. And the battle leader hits so much harder than the Wolf Priest. I mean, it's not unlikely that the battle leader just kills all 5
What is it?
Incursors, right?
It is. So morale checks. My Incursor squad.
Yep.
They lost 3. They succeed. My Grey Hunters, they lost 2. They succeed.
Mine Cursor Squad, they lost 3.
They don't.
They have 9 leadership 9.
Oh yeah, it's because of Chappie. Alrighty then. On to. If you don't have anything else to do, sir, then it's on to my go. Okay then. Alright, I gain a CP.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think it would have mattered very much, chat. Because if the Wolf Priest kills those
nothing
2
to
models,
do
then the
with
Wolf
command
Guard
phase.
battle leader doesn't even swing.
Let's see how far.
So
the Lord
either way,
advances.
there's going to be an Incursor left alive, the way it played out.
He goes massive 16. Not to do.
I guess kind of hilariously, this opens up Saga of the Hunter like
We'll
immediately,
switch over back to you.
which is
Yeah,
kind of
we
funny. It was a long turn from Valdor,
Contenter.
unfortunately.
Goes 9.
Theoretically, it should go a lot quicker for him from here if he loses these aggressors. But Valdor does need to pick up the pace a little bit, since the Space Wolves are going to be one of the benefits of going second. So your turns are typically a lot quicker in 40k. As we've seen in the past, we've seen some games come really right close to the end
Path of least resistance. is probably-
in 9th edition.
You're at 16.
Yeah, Sam, heroic interventions
This
don't
movie is
automatically make you eligible to fight. You have to make a charge move or already be in
Yes.
melee.
I think right here is the most direct route I can take.
Yeah. I mean, it's not just that all your stuff is dead, right? You also have less maneuvering to do because the first player, if they have attacked you, are typically have already exposed themselves. So like, there's less careful positioning you need to be
What's the
doing.
most direct route?
You just like stand there and shoot guns.
Cursor squad.
Can they
In this
bound
case-
over them, or do they need to
No, I have.
In
I
this
have to
case,
go
it's
moving
because
with them first.
because a lot of them are dead. But you know, that's not 100% true all the time.
Yeah, I am going to advance these incursors real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely. If you could
Maybe
fight
no aim
automatically after heroic intervening, I definitely. There's no reason not to swing.
Oh,
with
hold
Wolf
on.
Priest
Fuck.
first,
I
but
should've- I was going to raise the banners with them. Nope, I fucked myself. Oh well. Because I can't advance and raise the banners.
A bit of a misplay from Nick there.
Totally forgot about that.
He already rolled his advance roll, so it looks like we're not going to be taking that one back. Interesting, I think it looks like both players have forgotten to raise a banner on this right-hand flank because his eliminators moved up and just didn't do it.
The squad of Wolfen will advance?
So, you know, that's how we do.
I will definitely reroll that.
Do they reroll their advance? Or
No, they don't. I'm spending a CP for that.
Oh.
Which they do fail. Well, I mean, they get a 1 on it, so it's going to be 8 inches. Unfortunately.
I mean, they can reroll their charge, right?
Yeah, they can.
So you've got the litany of... Which litany do you have going on?
Captain Colopade.
That is this one.
Yeah, the dice have not been super great.
That's the charge one in Aura.
He had that one good save.
Yeah.
That was nice. But, I mean, we're only half a turn in so far. And it's not like, I don't think
and I score 2 for engage at the end of my turn.
It's not like the stuff that he did roll, like, I don't know if there was a way for it to have gone significantly better for him, you know.
Yeah, well, priest will advance.
Or significantly worse for him. You know, getting shot with aggressors into Wolfen should kill all the Wolfen. It's not really a failure mode there. And the
yep, so Wolf Priest will advance.
The Relic Contemptor, I guess, took a bunch of damage.
Use a new dice, man.
Which sucks.
Yeah,
his advance roll's been terrible.
Look at the Wolf in your aura for sure.
Yeah, it's just he's gonna be a little spezzed, unfortunately.
So we measure that as an 8-inch charge.
Alright, while you're doing that, let me make sure I got all my colors.
And you say he has Canticle of Fate.
Those are fine, those are fine, those are fine.
Active.
This guy should be... Put this guy as...
Yeah, so... Look, only a 6-inch charge re-rolling for those Wolfen? That should be easy. Although if he keeps rolling 1s, there you go.
I'm going to start thinking about my turn while you do your turn.
This is a pretty good call from Valdor here, recognizing that the time is against him. He's probably going to start pre-measuring some screens on for his turn, so he can make his movement phase quicker. This is something that I recommend most people do. There's a lot of... I mean, your opponent has a long turn. If you don't know what your turn is going to look like when it starts, you're kind of hurting yourself a little bit.
Should be pretty decent to do.
I think my templates are going to be dead.
Now, unfortunately, basically, I mean, the Contemptor and the Scorpius are going to go into these aggressors, but I don't think that's going to be enough damage to kill them, unless this Contemptor like really blows it out of the water. It is bracketed, so it's down to a 4+ to hit. Which is a little bit awkward. At least the Wolf Lord's there to give it a little bump, but that's it. And I imagine we see a transhuman to keep those guys alive as well. The Scorpius shooting into them might actually be through dense cover. Yeah, it's definitely going to be through dense cover. Brutal. Getting hit with the dense cover on your own side of the table, not where you want to be. So I imagine we see 2 or 3 aggressors killed, which is not enough. I think you need more of them dead. And between them and Moloch, there's a not-zero chance that Valdor is able to at least engage this flank for long enough that he can take it away from the Space Wolves. All he has to do is be able to fight this flank with the 2 Contemptors on his side, and I think he's in a pretty good place to be able to do that. Not to mention the fact that
isn't he engaged?
No, he's not engaged.
The Space Wolves aren't moving so far forward on turn 3 may open a line for the Eradicators to come in somewhere back here. Although these incursors are going to keep them at bay a little bit.
Push it back. 1.4. That would add. Essentially.
Looks like the Space Wolves are gonna, they're gonna do a little bit of damage on the swing back here. But we really need this fight on Objective 2 to go spectacularly for the Space Wolves. Antonio Xavier, keen senses to help with the Scorpius. Yeah, that's fair. To ignore the penalty to shoot. Yeah, that's a good call.
I can back up for another.
And we also can't forget the, speaking of keen senses, we also can't forget the,
might be worth it.
The plasma devastators that are going to be coming on the side of the table next turn.
He's going to go back with 1.1.
Valdor's doing a good job of keeping his deployments going screened out, as we can see by all these beautiful circles. These beautiful hula hoops that his whole army is using.
So he goes 4 here. 3 here.
But they are plasma cannons, so they don't really...
Because you can measure from the
They don't really care that much about being screened out because they shoot 36 inches. Valdor just has Eradicators, I believe. I don't think he has Inceptors. Yeah, just Eradicators.
It's about a 7 to definitely get it. A 6 is like a maybe.
Yeah, it's about a 6. So it's basically average dice right now. It's risky. I'm gonna rock with it. So they can get some rerolls on these guys. Alright, I can spend a CP for defense for Wisdom of the Ancients for the first turn of shooting. How many CP do I have? 5?
Looks like Valdor also might be keeping an Intercessor squad in reserve as well.
Then. So he'll
which is an interesting
put him back
choice.
about 3 inches, am I right?
I'll just take your word for it.
I'll just put him up.
Bobby Hall's chess cock time. We have 1 hour 19 for Nick. 47 minutes and 0 seconds. 47 minutes on the dot for Valdor.
Not just infantry?
Yeah, it's everything, so it should include the 4-1 Scorpius. I can double check right now if you want.
I got it.
Okay. Yeah, you can just look for me just real quick.
Yeah.
Alright, on to the Psychic phase. And
yep. The only exception is you can't do it on Murder Fang or the Wolf and Good Nuts, so you're good.
Yep, so I will, because I think it's done at the beginning of the shooting phase though, so I'll spend 1.
So this is a declaration of the Keen Senses chat.
The Ancients. Start doing my shots. I'm pretty sure I'm within, like, corner to corner from this Whirlwind. I can draw it where it's not being affected by dense cover.
What are you shooting at?
The aggressors. That's probably.
Oh yeah, you're fine. You can draw from this corner.
Well, it looks like
yes.
One of the aggressors is not
like
blocked, so the Scorpius won't be.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
Although if it fires,
I think that's how I'm going to start this.
And kills that guy with its first shot, it may actually give itself the dense cover.
You know what I could do is actually just pull these guys out of combat. It's probably what I should.
Antonio, after you beat me down round 1, became a Scorpius user. Keen Senses double fire is solid.
Yeah, that's actually what I should do with these guys right here. I can just pull them out of combat. I'm not going to do anything.
Pretty good.
Sure.
Yeah, that's actually what I'm going to do. That way I don't have to spend the CP. Are you cool with me doing that?
Yeah.
Basically, yeah. Okay, so I'll keep that CP.
Oh, you're just going to move this guy back and then move those
So
guys.
they'll fall out, and then that way he can. It should be just still like the same distance, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, so just move those guys and then move the Wolf Lord back.
So you go. And for 6, he needs to be here. So that should be about it.
Yeah.
He needs to go back a little bit.
Yep.
Close enough, or?
Yeah, maybe just a tiny bit. Yeah, that's good.
Fine right here.
Bobby Hall's calling for more sea shanties.
That should be fine here.
That's good. You're good. You're good.
Yeah, so that should be a near instant.
Yep, and then you go back to 5 and you're good. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Alrighty then. Now that happened. Now I'm not spending a CP. This Whirlwind Scorpius will fire his first load into your aggressors. 3d3. That's gonna be 6, 7. Hitting you on 3s. And I roll nothing but 2s. Wounding you on 3s. Good thing the battle leader's next to him. 1 wound at -3.
Okay, 6. Nope.
2
We'll take it on
damage.
this far guy.
Only 2 from the first shot, so well that does. I mean, fortunately for that whirlwind, it does mean
And
it's not
then
-1 to be
another
to hit on
3d3
the
to the
second
same
shot.
squad. It's gonna be 2, 4, 7 again.
What do we do with a drunk aggressor? What do we do with a drunk aggressor? Oh, we missed a bunch of shots.
the
Holy
ones.
crap.
Mhm.
Ugh.
Wounding on 3s.
Oh, that's painful, chat.
Rerolling the 1s. It's gonna be 3 at
I
-3.
absolutely expected a transhuman on those guys. We just don't need it.
Oh, fails
Hey, all right. Well, that was a bad roll
also.
for
So kill
Valdor.
this guy and this guy.
So we got 2 aggressors dead. All right. Well, that's something.
All right. The Contenter will fire his full load into both squads. I mean, what I'm saying, Stormbolter and Twin Last Cannon, same squad. So Twin Last Cannon first. I am on. Sorry, what? Yep. So
let me just make sure you can.
The power of the sea shanty.
This point.
We're giving them
Yeah, you're
an
good.
aura buff
so
to all
Twin
of the
Last
space
Cannon
wolves.
first. I am on my last brackets. These are on 4s.
+1 to wound.
Both hit.
Not to hit though.
These are on 3s. These are just straight. So
Wounds out of the last
one at a
cannon.
time.
Well, that's pretty
One at a
good.
time.
3 up.
Do we
It's actually
see
kind of
if we-
worth it for this reroll. So
Get a 3. Oh,
Kills the
you
guy?
need 2 dice. All right. Well, there you go.
Mhm.
There's a 6.
So you're down to 4 CP.
yep, 3 up. 2.
Ah. Rude.
Oh, you've already
then-
used the CP this way, so.
Hmm?
Oh yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
So we killed one more, so I'm down to 2, right?
And then Stormbolter, and I also did 2 damage to another. So Stormbolter.
Would be
These are on 4s.
pretty
Gotta remember
rude.
that. Rerolling the 1.
if
so
we killed
3
that
hits so far.
aggressor with Stormbolter.
Wouldn't you on 5s? No dice.
Not like that though.
Okay,
That would have been nice if I did 1 more. Oh well.
I think that's right.
Anyway, I don't think I have any other shooting because I either advanced or you're way too far out of grenade range. So actually, no. It's kind of hard to tell. I think the actual models are blocking your chaplain anyway, so I think I'm just gonna leave it. Or hold on.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot to raise the banners on this one.
You can do it. It's fine. You guys didn't do anything.
All right. Thanks, man. Yep. I'll just put this for the raise the banner.
That's fine.
Getting a little nervous on stream.
If it had been a casual game, I would have given you back the advance roll, but because you already rolled it, I just let it go. In normal, in not competitive games, I would have given the other one to you as well.
Okay, that's fair. Alrighty then. I don't have any other shooting, so on to charges.
Yeah.
This Thunderwolf squad will charge into both of these land spears.
When you do you decide whether you're using the reroll from the Wolfen or not before you roll the charge or after?
I have to use it if I'm within the.
Oh, you have to use it. Okay,
Yeah.
so they don't get the extra attacks from the Wolfen.
If I didn't use it during the charge phase, then I get the extra attack. But I am choosing to use it.
Okay.
It's worded really weirdly. I could check again, but
No. I take your word for it.
my codex was written really bad.
Soon it'll be fixed.
All right, so 7 and 7.5, but I think I just need a straight 7.
Here come the Thunderwolves.
Oh, yeah.
Boom.
Perfect.
Oh, what are you declaring? I guess I didn't.
It would have been
Let's
both
do
these.
it.
Because I said 7, because 7
Yeah, no,
and
it's fine.
7.5, yep.
I believe you.
Yep, so that's kosher. What did I roll for charge roll and skin? 9, okay. I already went 7.1, so... No, actually, I'll go this way. Oh, come on. Sure he's not on the base. I think that should. Alright, now for these guys. So you're gonna be 8.2, so that goes to 6.2 because the chaplain's litany. You're the hard one. That goes to 8.3. I'm not even gonna bother with this guy right here.
So just measuring from actual base to actual base because it's not stamping correctly. It looks like you're just a hair over 10.
So I will need. So it goes down to 8. So
you would need an 8.
8, yeah.
I don't know if any of these guys are closer on this. So.
Probably not.
No,
Yeah.
that's farther. So yeah, you need an 8. So well, you need a 10 without the +2. So with the +2, you need an 8 if you declare the dreadnought.
So how much damage do we think the wolf, these Space Wolf charge does here?
Well, this sucks. I'm going to. So they just stand out there. This is going to be super rough.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, going second into Raven Guard, maybe you just go for the gamble. You are +2 to charge, so it is only an 8 with a reroll, which is doable. It's not easy,
That
but
should be
it's...
about 6.5, maybe less. Or 6.2 for just taking.
Bobby House, now these don't have the difficult terrain keyword, they're just
snapping
dense.
8 is above average
Yeah.
roll.
That one's definitely a 6 though. So yeah, it's a 6 on the dice to get to
We
the
try to
Tempest
limit
and
the
an
amount
8
of
to get
difficult
to
terrain on the
dreadnoughts.
tables because it's sort of a
Sorry,
kind of a
taking a
sucky
minute.
rule. Just
No,
makes
it's okay.
everyone mad.
I mean, we have chess clocks, so it doesn't.
So there's a little bit
Yeah,
of
true.
difficult
That's
terrain
very
on some
true.
of
I'm
them,
already.
but
I mean,
not-
you're
think
still
I'm
ahead of
gonna-
me. So
I think I'm gonna go with the Tempest only.
the Tempest only.
They
Okay.
do, they reroll their own
Yeah,
charges.
because I should kill it, and then I should just draw you into combat.
I would assume
Yep.
that they are
You
affected
can
by
power
the
with
And-
me.
or
Or consolidate
and-
into me.
but
And
who
basically,
knows?
you're gonna have to
The
stay
rules
with me,
Yep.
unless you want to back out and just let me have a charge later.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna choose the Tempest,
Mhm.
and that was it was 8. Oh well.
No, I mean you needed a 10 on the dice to get to the dreadnought.
Yes, that's right. You are very right. So I
So
will
that
just
gets you-
Yeah, reroll
6,
failed
so
charge.
that's 8. So that will send him here.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna try to get as much distance out of this.
Yep.
Oh, did they not declare on the?
Oops, that's a little too far.
Maybe we missed that. I guess they didn't declare on the Contemptor. That was an easy charge
I might
into the
have to
Tempest,
conga
but
line
the
it
Contemptor
back
would
a
have been
little bit.
tough.
Oh, I forgot about those guys back there.
Yeah, that's what they were talking about early.
So with the pile-in plus the consolidate, I should be able
Oh
to
yeah, no,
touch
definitely.
both. The intent is not to touch his base.
I mean, I guess they're just gonna
Yeah, you can
tag,
come
but like,
around with
tagging
this
doesn't
guy, you
matter.
can come
They just
around this
punch
way,
you and then also
this
shoot
guy,
you and then
Yeah,
punch you again.
that's the intent.
I don't know. I mean, you are a wolfen, right? So you get to punch
Yes.
somebody if you die, but I don't know if it
That's
matters.
what I was very
Well,
worried.
especially since that guy is still going to be within. When do you? Oh no, he's too far for the. When does the?
I think it deactivates once he leaves the RO.
Oh, okay. All right. So he's just getting regular consolidates.
Yeah. It'd be nice and spicy. if I
Yeah,
got
they
the
consolidate 6. Wow.
All right,
We'll
Wolf
do
Lord on the
6
Thunderwolf
inches of that.
will charge
For
your
the cancel
Primaris
fate.
Chaplain.
If they charge out of
And
the
does he
aura,
wanna
they
charge
don't get
anybody
the
else?
consolidate. It's a kind of
Does
a,
he wanna
it's a
charge the
weird aura
first?
for that reason, but I guess
Nah,
the
he
intention
doesn't.
is that
He
the
doesn't
chaplain
need
is
to.
charging.
Because they just
So
need to
he'll-
stay outside of.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Chaplain?
no, because
Yeah, that
just
was
the
an
chaplain.
8-inch charge,
I mean, I
Antonio,
should
and
be
he
like a
rolled a
guaranteed
6
charge
for
at
it.
this point.
So with the +2, he got the 8.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh yeah. He's just gonna get into the chaplains, right?
Yeah, the
He's not
Wolfen
gonna-
needed to kill
All right, and then
to
the
go for the
Contemptor
kill on
will charge
the,
these incursors.
on the Contemptor, I
Sure.
think. And then like maybe
Oh,
try
yeah.
to go for
Oh,
a
yeah,
ring
yeah.
on the Eliminators. Not that it makes a huge difference because the Contemptor is going to shoot them.
And
Chad, I agree. I
that
think you
is
have to
going
go for
be
go for gold here.
everything, every time.
I mean, and the upside, it's likely that they will all be in dense cover, so that's nice. But you'll also
Trying to think where I want to go. There's nothing I want to spend over here. Let me double check if the strat goes off in the beginning of the fight phase or like when I elect that unit to fight. Nope. It just says just use it in the fight phase. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think
Is
it.
this Touch of the Wild?
No, it's overwhelming savagery. It's reroll ones. To
Oh,
the
it's for the
Thunderwolves.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah, Thunderwolves. Okay.
I don't think
but
the
I will
fight
start
on
with
death is
the
going to matter,
Wolf Lord.
chat.
His armor of rough.
I mean, I have to
which
imagine
doesn't really
that these,
matter.
that
But
these
it will
Wolfen
go
just
on
killed
these guys.
the speed.
Him first.
Chaplain.
I have to.
So I can still spend 2 CP to interrupt, obviously.
Yes,
Because
you
they
can
can't
still
fight
spend
things
the
that they
2
didn't
interrupt,
charge
but
that
it's going to
turn.
be kind of pointless for you.
As far as I know.
But I will spend the
Unless they
1
have, like, a
CP for
special
Touch of the Wild.
FAQ or something.
So he has 4 attack space, +1 because he charged.
Mm-hmm.
Hitting on 2s. He reroll 1.
Well, the Wolfen can't swing into stuff that they
He
didn't declare as a
explodes
charge
4
for.
times. He wounds you on 2s. That many at 3 up to
Any
is it right?
fight on death abilities still
Yeah, he's a
have
3 up
the normal targeting restrictions for the fight phase active?
That's 3 pinballs for you.
So you
Yeah.
just can
It either
take things
swings
that
really
you
well or
declare
swings
as
really
charge.
bad.
3 damage, right? I
Yep.
guess the wolf could take him out.
Yeah,
Unless Wolfen have a special.
it's possible.
In fact, do I
Special,
want
like,
to
FAQ
CP
that I
the
don't know
last
about.
one? What is the wolf's profile?
It's just damage 1. Strength 5 -1.
And how many attacks?
Just 3.
3
Josh,
and
Death Frenzy just says that you
Um,
attack before.
It does get
moving
affected by
models
Touch
to
of the Wild.
it does get affected by Touch of the
It doesn't
Wild.
say-
Yeah, I'll CP the.
It doesn't say that you
Okay.
attack
Yeah, go
the unit that
I'll
killed you.
CP the
You just attack normal.
down to 3, so he goes back up to 5.
And 2s. Rerolling the 1. And he gets 4 attacks.
Mm-hmm.
Wounding
Yeah,
on
believe me, I
3s.
just had this discussion about
Rerolling
a similar
that one.
rule, and we talked about the Wolfen interaction
2 wounds.
just this
threes.
past week.
He's fine.
Yep.
I guess it's worth reading the Space Wolf FAQ, unless in
Do you want
case
to
there's a
I mean, I
exemption
could
for
get
them,
very
but
lucky and
if
kill
there's
this
not something
dreadnought.
specific, which I haven't read, then
If you want to spend the 2 CP here, be my guest.
Nah, it's not worth it.
I don't think it is either. I would agree with that. Okay. Let's see what these guys can do. Yep. So they should I do the reroll 1s to wound. I'll risk it. So both wolves will throw their
yeah,
attacks
there's nothing
into here.
about it in the FAQ chat, so it doesn't look like
So-
Wolfen can
Are you
target
piling in at
anything
all?
that they didn't charge.
The only way he could pile in.
We could come
have
in
to-
like a little bit this way if they wanted to.
No, but he has to pile in towards the closer.
No, fair enough.
So yeah.
Okay.
He can kind of. Yeah, so his first, he gets 2 + 2.
Are you using the strat on these guys or no?
I'm thinking about it. That's a good question. No, I'm going to save the CP.
Okay.
So hitting on 3s. I hit with everything.
Yep.
Wounding on 3s. That would have been good if I used that strat.
Well, it looks like the Wolfen may
Wanna
need all their attacks
use
to kill his Tempest anyway.
Do a reroll.
Ugh.
I will do a reroll, yes.
I'm gonna CP reroll
Taking one
into the
CP
red
away.
Tempest. Now, if we get 2 hits through with the Thunderhammer,
Wounding
we
on
could just
3.
kill it.
And I roll 1 again.
Jesus.
Alright, well, 1 wound.
That
-3.
sucks.
6.
I mean, we still have the claw.
Of
that could get
course.
him. And he saves it. Oh, chat, the
3
heartbreaker.
attacks on hitting on 2s. For the
no.
Wolf Claw.
That's
Strength 5, so 5s.
rough like a dog.
Rerolling all fails because it's a claw. 2 at -2.
-2, so these are 5s. Nope. This is under the red one.
Yeah.
And these are 1
alright.
damage.
Yeah, one damage each. Okay. Crushing claws and teeth. Let's see if it can seal the deal. 2s. Strength 5 to T6.
Mm-hmm.
Is it T6?
Yeah, it's T6.
Okay, so 5s.
Big money.
Nope, cannot. So 1 wound at
Small
-1.
4s.
That sucks.
And you're good. Okay. I will activate the battle leader next, and he'll just attacking the guys in front of him.
Yep.
He has just 3 attacks now, because he's no longer the charge phase. Or he didn't charge anymore. Hitting on 3s. Woody on 2s. That many at -3.
6s.
So this is Battle Leader wiping those incursors that freeze up
He'll stay
the
where
rest
he's
of these
at.
guys to punk
The
this
Contemptor
primary chaplain
Dreadnought
right in his
can
head.
pile in. So just... He's technically moving closer to the Chaplain, but he's not getting within 1 inch of him.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, I'm trying to...
This is contested now.
Contested, he's in front of both characters. So I can go another. So he should be kosher. He is. Wolfen will go next.
Yeah, it's a weird situation with the Wolfen and the Dreadnoughts, because if you engage the Dreadnoughts, you just give them free damage, and it doesn't really limit what they can do in their turn.
Right, they have to stay outside.
Kind of a...
He's out, and he is out.
Oh,
Then they can
this is a
consolidate.
They
Obviously.
it is kind of the brutal reality of big guns never tire.
Out.
And because they're next to the dense, they're on the same dense cover. The dense cover doesn't even protect them. They're just gonna probably get obliterated by Dreadnoughts, but we'll see.
My Dreadnought also.
Maybe every single 3+
your
invulnerable save goes
Wolfen
through.
measure from outside of their base, and my Dreadnought measures from inside his base. Like, look at.
Oh,
So
does it? Oh shit! Sorry.
Whatever. Close enough. We know they're just over an inch. It's fine.
Yeah. Okay, so
We've got a sea shanty going for these Viking boys. Maybe that'll help them.
So 12 for the Thunderhammers.
Fairly certain this guy's dead.
Hey, I can roll really crappy right now. I've been doing it all my first turn.
Oh.
Hey,
strength 10, so 3s. See? Look at that. Look at that.
I gotta roll 6.
No, he does. Do
does he explode? That is the question. He does. Hilarious. Alright, so what's within... Is
Detonating
it 6
Landspeeder
inches?
Tempest.
I think it's 6 inches.
I have to imagine that there are 3 on the Tempest.
Yep. So it's 1 wound within 6 inches. So I will take it on
wow.
this regular
6
Illuminator. I will take it on my other Landspeeder.
Kills a Thunderwolf Cavalry.
This guy explodes, and then one does... I feel no pains for your
Oh no.
Red guy
Rude.
got it. Blue guy does not get it. So blue guy takes a wound.
I will take a wound on my claws.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll have a 5-up feel no pain. He survives. Okay. Well, he was going to survive both ways. And then I will consolidate closer. Your Dreadnoughts are actually very close.
Mm-hmm.
Should just be touching their bases, but I might be over.
Yeah, I'll help you.
So we are going to engage the Contemptors, it looks like. Okay. I mean, it's the awkward part here is that you're not really stopping them from like shooting anything in particular. the most highest value models on the table, besides the Scorpius, are just those Wolfen, and you can shoot them out already. So shoot them either way. You're just giving them a free punch into you. I don't know if I like this move.
Already then.
I will. Actually, let's just do the chaplain to get him out of the way.
Yeah.
So he has 5 attacks.
If he didn't, the Dreads could shoot the squad holding objective 1.
We're still in round 1, so he's hitting on 3.
But then they don't shoot the Wolfen. Like he's gonna shoot the Wolfen either way.
On
right?
3s. On Master Artisans. 2 at -1.
And he's got Tempest to shoot the squad on 3. Although I guess Red Tempest can't shoot this thing, so.
Dreadnoughts.
Yeah, maybe.
So
we'll see how it goes.
When they fight on death, do they get to pile in first?
No, they swing and they die.
They swing and then they die. So
well, and if your opponent doesn't have any army
This
with which to
guy
contest you when you go
can
onto
be
their objectives, it
attacked
doesn't
by
really matter
3, and
who's
this
on,
guy
who your objectives are on.
can be attacked by 4. So we should activate with the blue guy first. And when does Duty Eternal go off? Is it when they're targeted?
I think you can just go off whenever. It's like
I mean, Eradicators are
chosen as the
certainly not what you
target.
want to be
Chosen
shooting
as
at
the
Wolfen.
target. All right, so I will start with the blue Dreadnought.
At this,
No, I think
in this game state,
charged, so
you want the
4 attacks.
you want the Tempest shooting at the Wolfen, I think.
Hitting on 2s.
Those Wolfen are going to be a
Master
problem for sure.
Artisans. And wounding on 2s. 4 saves.
I think I will do this. Sure, on the claws, I guess. So it's -3, so it automatically goes through. It's 3 damage a pop. First one, 4. He survives with 1 wound. Second one, a 4.
Didn't he take a wound from... Oh, no, he got the feel no pain. That's right.
Yeah, feel no pain off. Next one. And he dies. So 2 more. So just 2 infuls. Good. So 1's dead so far.
It's just the claw guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
He gets removed after all attacks are made. Oh, wait, sorry. No, he gets to swing now because he already swung. So he still has all of his attacks.
So the Wolfen can't make their attacks.
Oh,
until
yeah.
models that
That's
they
right,
didn't
because I didn't
charge.
choose him as a charge target. Never mind. You're right.
Oh, okay. And then the
Antonio
the
Savior,
red-
the
the
Wolfen
red one
survive
will
here
make
but
his
die in Valor's
attacks.
shooting phase. It's a win for Space Wolves, so don't forget to attack on death and take the Contemptor with
4
them.
attacks. Hitting on 2s.
They only
and
attack
wounding
on death in the
2s,
fight phase, right?
4 rolls.
Yeah. So if they get shot, they don't
You guys is just
they
not
don't go through,
really liking me.
or they don't
Don't wanna.
they don't get to swing. So if the Contemptors just stand still and shoot them, then they'll die.
Just 3
But yeah, I
killing
mean, if they
things.
like, it's all upside if the Wolfen live
Should kill
to
the guy.
Valdor's
It kills the guy.
fight phase,
The guy
but
who's pretty outside.
it's
Actually,
so
no.
unlikely that
He's
you
inside
have
the
enough
terrain,
attacks for it
so-
to matter.
Yeah, I'll take him out.
Okay.
Torin calling it for Valdor. Thanks for hanging out, Torin. I appreciate it.
All right. Just
Have
the
a good
morale
one.
for the
Good luck
Wolfen
with your
over
chin orcs, buddy.
Mhm.
Have a good weekend.
there? They're good.
Well, that's
I
me.
will, I will score engage.
Ethan Wilder, what's the Minotaur faction bonus
I
again? The
will
Minotaur faction
score
bonus is at the
anytime.
Raven Guard.
Yep.
But they're a successor, and they have +1. They have a
All
hungry
right,
for battle
put-
for +1 to
put the
charge, and
clock.
they master artisans.
Yep. Yes, I do.
Okay. Up to 4.
So 2 Wolfen went down to the Contemptors punching.
I'm
Don't
still
get to swing
alive.
back because they charged that turn.
Litanies. I will do the... It's a good question.
And then
I will do the reroll melee attacks.
I gotta do my canonical since it's the beginning of that round. So I'll do the same thing. Canonical of hate.
So for as far as I know,
Okay.
Minotaurs they don't have an established
Mine goes off.
progenitor chapter, so you
Oh,
can just
for
play
me
him
it's
as whatever you
litany
want.
of hate.
So
Canonical
today
hate,
we're playing him as
different-
Raven Guard.
Different kind of hate.
It's a pretty good combo on
And then
on Asterion Moloch because
use
he's
the
a slow boy,
fallback
but
one.
Raven Guard make him super fast,
Then I couldn't charge.
and he even buffs your charges once he gets there. And he hits pretty hard, and he's tanky, so pretty good.
Do I care? What are my other options? I don't have any other options. Yeah, we're just gonna do that litany. I guess actually no. We'll give him +1 to win. No, he already has +1 to win. He already has +1 to hit. Yeah. We'll give him recitation of focus to himself. Shit. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. All right. Okay. So how am I doing? On 45 minutes. That's okay. All right. So I'm going in tactical doctrine.
Yeah, to be honest,
Movement.
Shuma,
phase.
this list feels pretty Minotaursy.
Let's see.
It just like books it across the table and shoots with a bunch of
purposes.
guns and then charges you. Like, it's not sneaky. There's some sneaky eradicators sitting in here somewhere, but Valdor plays this list hyper aggro, which is like the most Minotaurs thing ever, right? Asterion Moloch just leading the charge with his big dumb spear.
Actually,
He's like, I'm ready to go, boys. Put me in, coach.
nope.
Although he just has a Thunderhammer on this model, which is sad.
this is out of range. What about over here? No, effectively screen. Congratulations.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
When I've played Valdor with this list or a version of it, it's been pretty. It's still been aggro when it goes second. It just has to deploy out of line of sight, so it deploys as far forward as it can without getting blasted off the table.
Well,
which is, I mean, as aggro as you can be going second.
Like,
I mean,
so
aggressors have aggro in their
advancing
name.
the aggressors.
You can't play aggressors and not push them up the table and punch people and shoot people. But it's matchup dependent.
5
sure.
is 8. I will.
Yeah, Shuma, if anything, the way Raven Guard work is weird for them. Yeah, that's fair.
Care about it if this guy blows up on me. No.
It is a strange selection for your chapter abilities. They're like, you're sneaky, but that just means that you alpha strike really hard. That's it. That's all you do. There's not really any sneaky.
Yeah, I should advance Starion. Starion will advance 1, so that's +2, so he goes 7.
Yeah, I think the last game I played, Eureka and Chan asking about secondaries.
Let's get out of here.
Oh no, or
These
primaries.
guys.
Yeah, it looks like they just forgot the primaries. It should be 10 for Valdor. Is that right? Yeah. Oh, my thing's over here. Give Valdor 10 for holding 2 or holding 3.
Start with this one. Let's see total this. Okay. So this guy can fly over this way.
Although this was contested, so actually I think he does hold more.
Oh, this guy can intervene on me. Oh, we can pick him up. Fly directly at him.
And he should score 2 banners this turn.
Now, as long as he's the closest. Yeah. Alright, that's fine. What was that?
No, I was just counting stuff in my head.
Alright, so that's there. Is there a gap here? There is a gap here. That's not bad. Yeah, that might be a good spot there.
Yeah, chat. This is a hold 3 for 10 one.
Blade guard.
Or
Oh,
yeah, hold 3 for 10, and then he gets the extra one because 5 was contested.
Yeah. All right, so we're just gonna spread out. So these blade guard are just gonna go like here. Oh, I also get should score my primaries.
It's already been scored for you. You got 15.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Valdor, get with the times. Chat's way ahead of you, buddy.
This guy is just gonna go like here. I'm not going to worry about that thing. And then these guys are just gonna spread out here. They can be touching the wall. I'll just off the wall.
We gotta get some sort of. We gotta get some emo beats for the Raven Guard.
Oh shit! Scooch this guy in a little bit. That's fine.
I guess appropriately for Valdor screening, there are Sky Claws in reserve for the Space Wolves, so they do have another melee unit, another Thunderhammer that's off the table. He's doing a pretty decent job. I'd like to see these eliminators actually just push up. Although maybe this Tempest is holding out this.
Oh, we can stretch it out a little bit actually.
First go, yeah. Maybe his Tempest is just holding out this area. So it doesn't look like they can drop down anywhere really good, really juicy. He's got this Tempest here.
Actually.
So he's doing a good job of protecting the Contemptors from getting hit by the Sky Claws. Somebody's gonna have to start mumbling into a mic.
These guys are gonna move. Oh, I can't raise the banner, can I?
Yeah, there's a wolfen on that objective.
That's unfortunate. Oh. I don't want to even move it. Do I care about this corner? What do you got? You got blood claws and plasma dudes, right? Or not blood claws, sky claws.
They do. They do have that keyword though, but yeah.
I really don't know all that much about Space Wolves. All right, where do I want to move these red guys? I should be cognizant of my time. I'm down to 38 minutes. Can they shoot at anything? Is a good question. I think the answer is no. No. Then the next question is, what is the most useful place for them to screen? I guess we'll put them in the middle. So we'll advance with the red squad.
Ethan, do you think any of the Skyclaws burst out laughing when the Wolfman battle guy tells them their combat designation is Skyclaws? I don't think so. Why would they laugh? I don't get it. What's the joke, Shuma? Somebody explain it to me.
Are gonna stay still, probably.
We're gonna see a turn 3 timeout? Nah, I don't think so. I have a sneaking suspicion we're gonna be at a position by turn 3 where Valdor does not need to take long turns.
Yeah, that's probably the best bet. They'll just stay where they are. Those guys are all locked in melee. That guy moved. That guy moved. These guys moved.
I don't get the joke.
You don't have a rune priest, and you don't have access to Aspect Scan, right? So don't have to worry about that. Is everything else moved? I believe so. Yes.
Here come the Eradicators.
Alright, I was thinking about putting these guys over here.
I feel like we might hold the Eradicators for a turn, to be honest.
I'll also put them with these guys over here. How much room do I have?
Space Wolves in general are the joke. Brutal, chat. That's brutal. I think they're okay. Space Wolves are doing fine. I think getting out deployed actually hurt really hard here for the Space Wolves.
I don't think I have enough room.
Because if you know where the Relic Contemptors are going, you can hold the Scorpius so it doesn't get killed by them turn 1. And then you have a lot more real estate to hide the Wolfen somewhere. Interesting. But because you didn't have that, it was problematic.
The question is, do I want to? Kind of overkill. Is there anywhere else that I can go? How about this guy? Oh, they could shoot that guy. Is he screened by anything? No. So what's this guy gonna shoot? Oh. Nothing?
Do a word kind of wolf on the Wahapedia Space Wolf page. Are there? I can't imagine that there's many. There's a great number of appearances of the word wolf on the Blood Angels page, though. But how many Space Wolf? The real question is how many Space Wolf data sheets have wolf in them? Not that many, actually.
Here, I would have an option.
Right. We have Canis Wolfborn, Herald Death Wolf. That's 2. We have Wolf Lords, Wolf Guard Battle Leaders.
I think what I'm gonna do is
We're not gonna count the literally 10 different varieties of Wolf Lord and Wolf Guard Battle Leaders.
Stay in reserve for another turn.
And then wolf priests.
Is that
Oh, we
really
already
what
said
I
wolf
do?
priests.
No, no.
None of the
I'm
troops
putting
have
it.
wolf in them.
Okay.
I'm vacillating.
It's
They're
like
going
6.
in.
There's like 6 wolves.
They'll be
All
fine.
right.
Oh,
So
wolf
he
scouts and wolf scout bikers. There you go.
Now,
Got
let me
'em.
just make sure we're not too close. These guys should all be 9.
Wolf appears 69 times.
9. I'll put this up.
Oh boy. Wolf claw is a weapon, right? It's not a unit.
This is probably.
I was just talking about datasheet titles, I guess.
That's fine. All right.
Wolf
that
and-
is
that's
everything
a-
for movement. Shooting.
That's a stretch. That has a U in it.
Shooting. All right. So
There's interesting placement here by Valdor. He's just gonna drop these intercessors on the side, along with the eradicators. Probably just try to kill these
let's do the
incursors.
things that are engaged in melee first. All right. So let's do the
push
chaplain
for
into the
objective
thunder,
1.
the wolf lord. Hitting on 2s because you're a character. Rerolling.
I'm sorry. So who's shooting again?
Chaplain into your wolf.
I guess we missed cyber
Okay,
wolves
yeah.
and Fenrisian wolves. The only
and then
actual wolves in the
wounding
entire codex.
on 2. Wounding on
Mistakes
3s
were
because
made.
you're wound. And it's flat.
Flat 2. Nice.
Fenrisian rolls are so cheap. Holy crap!
7
points for this stat line.
This Tempest will put all of his shots into the cavalry. He can't use his blast weapons, so
Oh, but you have to take 5 of them.
he can
Cyber
only
wolves.
use his assault
Alright,
cannon.
I get it.
Hitting on 4s.
Hours.
What?
Or like 3. Hmm. Yeah, I agreed with you.
Okay, Master Artisans.
2
And wounding on 3s.
Mm-hmm.
4 saves on your
Well, he's probably gonna die from this. Nope, he's alive. 1 wound.
Okay, Dreadnought into blue Dreadnought into the Wolfen. So laser cannons first, hitting on 3s.
Space Infection has 2
Master
groups:
Artisans.
Wolf, Wolf, McWolf, Wolf,
Nope.
and serious Nordic theme.
And crack missiles. One
Yeah, I
hit.
prefer Dan Abnett and the novel version. Is that like the
One
novel,
wound.
like the Horus Heresy books,
3 up. Okay.
where they're
And
sort of very
Stormbolter.
they're very Viking. I very much enjoyed that as well. They felt much more realistic than
3
just like
hits.
sort of the wolf meme.
I think you still have masters. Yes, you do.
3 wounds.
5 of feel no pain. I don't think anyone's taken a wound yet. But I'll put it on this fat guy.
Okay, that's that guy shooting. The other guy.
Sam,
the
this
other
is the shooting
Dreadnought
phase
that's
right now.
engaged. He'll start with his Stormbolters. 4 hits. Yeah, sure. 1 wound.
Okay. Good.
Las cannons. 2 hits. Master Artisans. Nope.
Ooh,
1 wound.
1 and 2 and 1.
Good.
Well,
And
plan,
rockets.
make
I
all of
believe
your
it's
3+
on
invulnerable
wheels
saves
now.
is going swimmingly for these
I
wolves so
think
far.
so.
1 wound.
Hey!
Roll that. What else do you got for shooting?
Artillery and a bunch of intercessors, basically. And the
Yeah.
aggressors.
I don't think you have any other shooting, but I'm gonna... Do I need to save for an
I'll just
interrupt?
do that. Intercessors, etc.
I think I might do that. Yeah, I think it's worth it. Keep the extra 3 attacks. Yeah, so 3 of invul. Rerolling. Alright, save it.
All right.
Going down to the 1.
Yeah, click your clock. I give the clock back to you. I'm trying to conserve it.
Yeah, understood. You're running low.
Alright, so...
Plan, make all your 3+ invulnerable saves. Where's it go? None of the wolfen died. Oh, that's pretty
So
good.
that was that.
That's as good as you could hope, for sure.
That's everything that's engaged in melee. So things that aren't engaged in melee. Asterion's gonna try to pop the Dreadnought.
Fair enough.
Hitting on a 2. And wounding on a 3. And this is on your invul now.
Yep, 5 up. Saves it.
All good on
Okay.
the Contemptor. That was the black spear shooting
what else
attack.
can we
It's a
use to
strength
try
8
and
D3
pop the
weapon.
dreadnought?
Pretty good. And it's assault, so it gets +1 AP in
Why is the
the
aggressors not
tactical
doing
doctrine.
This guy's screening though. These guys within 24? Oh yeah, they are. Some of them are.
Yep. Looks like only 2 can see, I think.
Oh, you're right, because of the obscuring.
Yeah, it's like I think 2 or 3. I think these 3 can see, but these 2 cannot. I think it's hard to tell from my angle.
I think that this one can see.
No, I'm looking at it now. Yeah, you're good. You're good with all of them.
So these 3 will shoot at the dreadnought.
Okay. Wait, didn't they advance?
Some of them.
No, wait, they advanced, didn't they?
Oh yeah, they advanced. Doesn't matter. They're all -1. Yeah. And these 2 that are left will shoot at this wolf priest who's not screened.
No, real quick. Do they have assault bolters or?
They have auto bolt rifles.
They have auto bolt rifles. They do. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So 9 shots in the dreadnought. Hitting on 4s.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Masters.
And wounding on 5s.
One wound. All right, -1, 3 up. Saves it.
Okay. And then 6 shots into your chaplain, priest whatever. No 2 hits. Oh no. Sorry.
4 hits. Yeah, because you're close one to hit.
And wounding on 1.
Master. Oh yeah, you already used it. Sorry. He's fine.
Well, even if I kill that. So frustrating. All right. Well, these eliminators are definitely the best thing to shoot at this. So all 3 eliminators are going to shoot at the wolf priest.
Okay.
They did not move. So hitting on 2s.
Mm-hmm. Masters.
And wounding on 2s. 3 wounds on your end.
Save all but 1.
Okay, and that does D3 damage.
It's down to 1.
Yeah, this guy doesn't have anything to shoot at otherwise anyway, so it doesn't really matter. It's the most efficient. Actually, yeah, let's shoot at the Grey Hunters. My artillery will shoot at the Grey Hunters in the back.
Okay.
Number of shots. 10 shots. Hitting on 3s. And wounding on 3s. Rolling 1. So 7. Some of your guys don't have cover, but.
No, they're dead.
Alright, this Tempest, since he can't shoot at anything else, I don't think... Oh, he can actually see these guys. Do I want to risk it? Yeah.
Risk it.
Alright, he's going to put his Tempest launchers into the Incursors, and he's going to put his his assault cannon into the Wolf Priest.
Fair enough.
Assault cannon first, hitting on 2s. Extra artisans, because we're not going to take any chances. And wounding on
2s.
2s. So 6 on your roll.
Do it. That does it. Whew. He's in pieces.
Okay, and we do have a wound reroll left, however. So number of shots into the Incursors.
So pretty hefty damage coming out of the
3 shots.
Raven Guard this turn.
Hitting on 3s.
Wolf Priest was left without a buddy. He got
wounding
killed.
on
Grey Hunters in the back got killed.
1 at -3.
Takes it.
2. kills one.
Small mercies that those
Trying to figure out which ones.
Wolfen survived. We'll see how much damage they can do
I'm gonna kill
to
this guy.
Contemptor. Probably Duty Eternal available.
Anymore. Alright, so...
And then potentially with a double
What
swing if
can
the
we
Contemptors
do?
kill them. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. We'll put one aggressor. No. God, that thing's annoying. Yeah, we'll put one aggressor into the Dreadnought and one aggressor. I mean, they are rerolling everything. Yeah, we'll put one aggressor into the Dreadnought and one aggressor into the Incursors.
Okay.
Number of shots onto the Dreadnought is 10.
Mm-hmm.
Hitting on 3s. Rerolling for the Chapter Master.
Nice.
And hitting on 5s. Rerolling 1 just to be sure. So 5 saves at AP 1.
Does he survive? Does he blow up? No. 2 and a 2.
Okay. And then the Incursors. Also 10 shots.
Yeah, under the chapter
Hitting on 3s.
requires you
ones and
to,
2s.
not be dead also, right? Like they'll get to
9
swing one time.
hits,
I mean, they'll get to
landing on
probably swing
4s.
twice because the
No
Contemptors will.
rerolls, 5 saves.
They'll
at
punch the
-1.
Contemptors, and the Contemptors will punch them back and probably kill one or two, and those guys will get to swing, I think.
One dies, one is out. One wound.
Unfortunately, you do have Duty Eternal available for
These guys are out of range.
one of them,
These
so
guys
I
already
doubt
shot.
that the
These
Contemptors
guys
are going
already
to die
shot.
this turn.
My artillery already shot. These guys already shot. These guys.
They might just live with the Wolfen until the Wolfen die.
Just the deep strikers. Alright, do these guys have any other options? Not really. Alright, so we'll start with the Eradicators.
That should do it. They got the new Melter rule, don't they?
No, not yet.
Ah, okay.
So 3 shots into your dudes that are right there.
The Wolfen get removed after
Master Artisans.
they perform their attacks.
2 hits.
So they stay around until the unit attacking has
Master
finished
Artisans.
attacking, and
2
then
wounds, they go
attack
straight
and
through.
then they remove. They're
First one.
removed. So they don't get to
First
honor the
one
chapter
goes 2.
Kills a guy.
if they die.
6.
Say again?
6.
Okay. We gotta remember to measure because this guy was
Oh,
out.
because of the melted roll, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I just rolled a 2 and a 6. I didn't bother with a double roll.
Yeah. So I'll make it him. Nah, he'll stay. Here. Yeah, I'll just take these two.
Now, do I have
They
to
honor the
use
chapter
the
by dying
eradication
honorably.
roll?
No, I don't think
Can
you do.
she? Well, because I might want to charge instead.
Okay.
Um,
don't- I think you
do I
knocked out
want
of
to
it.
shoot? Do I want to shoot with these blue intercessors? 15 shots. I might kill them, but 15 shots, 10 hits, 5 wounds, 2.5.
If it was end
Yeah,
of phase,
we're gonna
you
shoot with
choose honor
the,
the chapter first and make their
intercessors
attacks
as
and
well.
remove them.
Okay.
If I kill them, I kill them.
I
it's
think
fine.
wouldn't the active player
Alright,
sequence those though?
15 shots.
So your opponent would just be like, kill them
I
first,
don't know if I have to use Master
and then
Artisans, but I
and
guess
then
I
you honor
will.
the chapter.
I don't think you have to. I think it's a can thing as well.
10 hits. In that case, I will not. I will just let you take 5 saves at AP1.
Whoops. 1 dice.
Perfect.
Yeah, I mean
I don't
it's
think
still
Sarge.
that would still be tech for sure
A little bit harder.
if you can do it, but I don't.
All right, so shot,
think
shot,
there's
shot,
any way to
shot,
keep,
shot, 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 shot,
to keep
charge phase.
Wolfen alive until the end of the round.
At 20 minutes, a little bit awkward. Try to go faster. My Tempest will charge your Whirlwind Scorpius.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead.
Battle should try playing Tyranids, man. My turn's over.
6.
You just stand your whole army still and shit.
Yeah, he can say.
Easy game.
That get me My aggressors will charge your Wolf Lord.
Okay.
That's a 10.
Is that Novak Dynasty? Do they have a fight against Rat, Sam? Unfortunately, I'm terrible with Necron Tech because I don't know any
Asterion
of
will charge your Wolfguard Battle Leader. All right. So.
Are you done with all charges?
Yes.
Armor of Rust will make these aggressors fight last.
Okay, sure. In that case, the only thing that is activatable in the charge step is Asterion.
Okay.
So he's hitting on 2s, wounding on 2s. Yeah. Hitting on 2s, wounding on 2s. So 5 attacks. Hitting on 2s. Rerolling because he's a chapter master. And wounding on 2s.
Well, this is a Space Wolf's chance to come
5
back
saves
and
on
if they're going to. If this fight phase goes
what's the damage
totally
bonkers they are flat
for
3.
The Space Wolf,
okay, he's dead.
In an okay position. Well, we did lose the.
And I think I will. I'll just pile in this way onto this point, but outside of an inch. And it's over to you, right?
Yep. I will choose my first activation, which will be my Lord. I will activate Touch of the Wild.
Activating the wolf?
And he'll toss everything he has into your Chappie.
Is he wounded?
Only 4 attacks now, because this is a sustained fight. Hitting on 3s. Rerolling the 1.
Did he get charged by aggressors? Did the Wolf Lord get charged by the aggressors?
Yeah, no, he gets an extra attack.
How? Because he's already in sustained combat.
You still get Shock Assault if you're charged, even if you're already in combat.
So, okay, then I would hit on a 2, I guess?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Alright, one more attack.
Yep.
Alright, then I explode 2 more times.
Yep, and the 1 misses, right?
Yep. So I'll just leave it in there because I basically get back. Wounding on 2s. Roll into your Chappie.
Okay. 3 at Binville.
Nice.
Seems almost impossible that the chaplain kills the Wolf Lord before he swings.
Can I keep you alive?
Would love to have seen those Wolfen swing first.
Yes, you did.
Before they get punched.
Alright.
And then Crushing Claws and Teeth. Hitting on 2s. Rerolling the 1 because of himself. I gain 3 more attacks. You probably survived this. 3s.
I guess they're +1 to hit and wound.
All at -1, but you get
so
3
it's not a Storm Shield for 2 damage each. He needs 3 of them through.
Or you can roll like that.
A Storm Shield.
Do I need to fight on death with this guy?
And then you could just... You have the whole turn to punch into the aggressors and just kill them before they get to swing.
Yeah, I think so.
How many? I think it's... As you die, I eat you. I'm gonna double check. You do your attacks because I have knowledge of the foe. I'm just seeing when it gets activated.
Oh, okay.
I actually messed up this.
Well, the Wolfen get to swing twice if they attack and then they die.
So I get 4 attacks.
Right.
But I'm hitting on 2s, moving on 2s.
So if the Wolfen activate first, they get to swing into the Contemptors, and then the Contemptors kill them, and they get to swing again. That's your cheeky honor of the chapter right there.
3 saves on your hand.
So that's what I would be angling for if I were playing Space Wolves. Because the aggressors aren't going to swing until everything else is done.
Okay.
And you just have to gamble that
as you're removed, I'll do knowledge of the foe, eat your brain, and gain a CP.
Okay.
You just have to gamble that the one Primaris Chaplain
Oh,
not
I'm dead
charging doesn't basically solo a
Right.
Wolf
So
Lord
that
with
was
the
your
switches,
activation, so it's over to my activation, right?
Yep.
which is highly unlikely. I don't know. There might have been a little bit of a misplay from the Space Wolves there.
I do not want the Wolfen to be able to fight extra times, so we should definitely activate with the Dreadnought. Alright, so we will activate with the Blue Dreadnought. He gets 4 attacks, hitting on 2s, and wounding on 2s. Master Artisans, 3 on your ankle.
I will CP1.
Yeah, Antonio, that's what we were just talking about. Though
So back down to
I
0.
think it might have been a misplay on the.
All right, feel no pain.
Part.
1 dies.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's
2 die.
potentially.
And they'll throw all their attacks into your.
Yeah, that's like
the red
6
one that
Wolfen
didn't
attacks
activate.
into a Contemptor that you just flubbed. That you just missed.
I'll use Duty Eternal with my last CP.
Okay.
And then you can even save a CP
fours.
reroll to keep that the Wolf Lord alive instead. Yeah.
And then 3s.
I don't know.
3 at -3.
5s? Oh.
2 damage.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
he
yeah,
was
you got
worried
your
about the
Philippines.
Chaplain killing him, right? But
Yes.
the Chaplain's chances of killing
1 damage.
the Wolf Lord are astronomically low. I mean, he's got 4
Then I
attacks,
do
but
my
he wasn't charging
attacks
his turn,
before I die.
and he just has a Crozius.
Oh, no, you're activate. Yeah.
Yeah, basically my attacks before I get killed,
Yeah.
and I'll throw it into. There's no way to really. I'll just throw in the one that doesn't have duty
And,
internal.
I mean, he even swing and put him down to 1. Yeah, no worries, Antonio. It's obviously it's a complicated game state. A lot of the interactions that we're talking about right now are like really kind of minute.
Hit once. I wound once. -3.
And in fairness, we're being very critical.
3 damage.
That's why we're here.
2 damage.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed the dice box there, chat.
Down to 9. The red Dreadnought, 4 attacks.
Masters.
Masters. And these ones, Masters. 3 saves.
Good.
Live to fight.
Yeah. Thunder Pack Leader into your Land Speeder Tempest.
Mhm.
So he's just down to 4 attacks, hitting on 4s. He should still be in the range of that Wolfen. Yes, he is. So he actually gets an extra attack because he didn't use his charge bonus. 4s.
Hopefully, we at least
Yep, that's how that usually goes.
Killed.
3s. Yep, that's
Ugh.
definitely how that usually goes.
Ugh.
Okay, my Tempest.
Hits.
Oh, saved by the.
No,
Not
nothing.
saved. The
Yeah, chat,
Tempest.
the rules,
he was not charged,
The
right?
timing regulations we have in the rules document say that it's a player's
Two
responsibility
attacks,
to flip the
hitting
time
on
to their
threes.
opponent when their opponent's doing things on their own turn or on
Hitting on
their turn.
threes.
So if
You look like a character, but you're not a character.
if you just
Nothing.
forget, then
It's,
it's you can't fault your
yeah,
opponent.
1
for it.
wound, and you're safe. Yep. And I think the only thing left to fight now is
Obviously,
the
it's
aggressors.
it's not acceptable to
Yep,
play
go
your
ahead.
turn on your opponent's time, but
Okay, so they charge.
if it's your turn
so
and your
they
opponent's
get
doing stuff, the onus is on you to flip it.
5
Depends on the
4
attacks.
9 attacks. Rerolling, hitting on 3s because of the +1 to your character, and rerolling everything.
Mm-hmm.
Hitting on 3s, rerolling everything. And wounding on 2s. Rerolling 1 for Master Artisan. 7 save.
Do it. Yeah, he's dead.
All right, well, there's the aggressors killing the
Almost.
Wolf Lord. If only the Wolf Lord had activated later and killed the aggressors instead. He would've been
I
okay.
think just morale now, right?
Yeah,
Yep, so
a
his
bit of a
morale?
flub of a turn. And, I mean, unfortunately,
Fine.
the
Yeah.
Wolfen also sort of bounced
Wolfen?
off the Contemptor.
fails.
The Wolfen runs?
Runs.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Ugh.
Yep. I will pass the turn over to you,
Yeah, I guess
Sounds
Valdor,
good.
Valdor standing there is like,
and
oh,
I'll
that seems
score
fine.
while it's on your clock, so I don't eat my clock. Since I'm down
Nice.
10 minutes.
1, I think. Because I have 1. Oh no, you're contesting this objective, so I score none.
Yeah.
Is it 2 and 3 for this mission?
Yeah, it's 2.
Shane's
then
time
3,
again?
then all that
Alright,
jazz.
chat, you got it.
Yeah, well, looks like it's gonna be game, but let's continue. See what I can get.
Alright, so how many characters did I kill? 3, 4?
You killed all 3 of my characters.
We're back.
I gain a CP.
And I get 3 for 3 for engage. So up to 5.
Yeah, so I mean, at this age, you do have to sort of play for time as a Space Wolves player.
Ooh, wow, thanks for saying that, because I do actually get a banner.
Oh, yep, you got it.
Obviously, they're getting pushed in pretty hard right now. I think without those Wolfen,
You got 2 nice big
I'm not
holes
sure
over
that
here.
Valdor quite. Yeah, he's probably in a position where he can win, regardless of the game state. Because I think he's going to be holding a bunch of objectives regardless. But if he loses objective 5, and he's contesting on objective 3, if he doesn't move anything again, he's just going to get 10 points a turn. What do we have behind this wall for the Space Wolves? Just a Scorpius. Yeah, so the Space Wolves actually, they're only down to 3 models plus their Skyclaws. Oh, I guess they have the Longfangs as well. But unfortunately, they don't have a good place to go onto an objective, which is where they want to be. Where do we think the Longfangs come out down, chat? Down by objective 1, maybe? So they're not quite in line of sight of the guns? And they can just pick off the Inceptors, or the Incursors, or the Intercessors, or the Eradicators on that flank? Nick maybe wishing he had taken Linebreaker.
And I always feel like I played reasonably fast until
If they
I'm
come
on
in by
top.
objective 1, they get mulched by about... Well, they shoot the Deep Strikers first. Right?
That's how it goes sometimes.
Yeah.
You also have a Scorpius to help out, dude. Like, these are Longfangs. They're gonna kill some stuff when they come in.
Should still be up at 12. Yeah.
I mean, they probably have to pick their battles. They probably kill either the Eradicators or the Intercessors.
That's where those guys are going. I'll start taking
They
them.
get to blow one of them.
Yeah. Not the end.
And it gives you a unit that's, feels better about sitting kind of at the back and is able to move on to that objective if it doesn't die. I'm not really sure what the right call there is, though. I'm not really sure if there is a right call. This feels like an insanely like an uphill battle.
Yep, that should be good. He should be at just over 9, so he needs that 9. 36 should give him plenty of place to shoot everywhere.
I think this Wolfgar Skyly is a little bit close, but that's okay. Just bump me back a bit.
Oh yeah, because the bitch is from the center.
Hey, that's good. That's good. Okay.
Okay. Intent is 9. Over
It's a 9-inch charge. Yeah, it's a 9-inch
Yeah.
charge.
Yeah, let's give me a check. 8.7. Is it measuring from its model or it's from its?
No, it's measuring from it.
Yeah, I'll put it back.
Yeah. It's because I don't have a circle on this one.
Okay, so use Catflame on this then.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate we don't get to see the full Longfangs in action. I feel like they can kill 5 Intercessors with the plasma cannon.
Already. I think that's all I can really do.
Although, I guess maybe we're just
He'll actually come out of
anticipating
combat.
that they'll get killed by Tempest
Gonna
next
fall
turn
back?
anyway, so they're
Yeah,
just
he's
going to go
gonna fall
for Maybe try to get some bring it down by killing some
It's pretty
vehicles.
fast, my recollection.
I think he's just like a rhino speed. Is that 12?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
It should be plenty of distance because I'm just basically putting him on the other side of.
Yep, it's 12.
Obviously, in T5S2, the tiebreakers make a big difference, especially if it looks like you're gonna go 3-1. Getting good tiebreakers to end out the event in the high place is always good. So, might just try to be getting the easiest tiebreaker points possible.
That should be fine. Yeah, just might as well just take him out of combat. And on to my shooting phase. Because I don't have anything else to do.
Yeah, the long fangs are just gonna have to like raw dog.
Long fangs will spend 1 CP for keen senses, so I can ignore all negative modifiers. They're gonna overcharge their plasmas, and they're gonna fire everything they got into. Oh, sorry. Also, my target for fire discipline would be this Relic Contemptor. One guy's gonna fire D3 shots into your rapier carrier. The other 3 are gonna fire into your Relic Contemptor, and he will fire into. Yeah, I'll see.
Going for the rapier carrier. That's an easy 2-point pickup if you grab it. And
One
each of the contemptors are
and the guy with the bolt gun will shoot here.
It sucks that
So-
this
Okay.
survived somehow.
So you use the
In
strat
melee
where
for
they
2
ignore
turns against this-
hit penalties, right?
Yep, all hit penalties.
Okay.
Okay, so the first D3, this guy will not get the rerolls to 1s. We'll
Okay.
go into your rapier carrier, so the first one. So D3 shots. 2 shots. These are hitting on 3s. No way to re-roll that, so he will die. Wounding on a 3.
Oof.
Nothing.
Okay.
Into your Dreadnought. Yep, that's how it usually goes. So 4. Hitting you on 3s. Rerolling that 1. Wounding on 3s.
That's exciting.
2 at -3.
5s.
2 damage. Oh yeah, that's right.
Yellow things.
2
This is
damage.
the red one,
Yeah, the red one.
and then the bolter at the
Yeah,
eliminators, right?
these dudes.
Um,
Hits. Wounds.
okay, they have a 2-up save because of their camo cloaks.
Sure.
So-
And that's all the attacks I can do. So Sky Claws will just do their charge into your Contemptor, the blue one.
Go get him, Sky
without the
Claws.
kill. And onto close combat. So you get your first go here.
Yep. So 2 attacks, hitting on 2s and wounding on hitting on 2s.
Wait, how are they hitting on 2s?
Because you're not a character.
No, I'm not a character.
I keep thinking that thing's a character. That's okay. 2 hits and then wounding on 5s.
All right, Antonio, have a good one. Thanks for tuning
Nope,
in.
nothing.
Alrighty.
And good luck against your Eldari opponent.
Judges 3 attacks, so hitting on 4s. 2 hits. And 1 wound.
Saving on a 6. Nope.
Finally dies.
Do I explode? Nope.
I will gain 2 for bringing it down. Engage on all front. Did I actually pull myself out of engage on all fronts? I think I just did.
You got 1, 2, 3.
No, I totally forgot to keep him in a 3rd. All right, so I don't get engage all fronts, and
They got this guy over here. You get 2 points.
Oh yeah. Ah, shit! I totally forgot about him. Oh well.
So you go up to 4.
And I'll just call it, dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, it looks like we're going to get a talk out here. Which is
I
fine.
have some. I mean, do you want us to talk? Should we score it out, Trevi? What should we do? Should we talk it out?
Yeah, you guys can talk it out.
All right.
Yeah, because
So I will always get 15. I get 2 for banners.
Looks like the only person getting blown
I'm
down
fairly
today
certain I can max.
were these Space
Oh no,
Wolves.
I got 3, 3, and 3, so
Very
I'm
sad.
short 1.
No, but well, remember, you'll have 1, 2, 2, 3. Yeah, you're right.
So it looks like
So
because
because
Raven
I
Guard
only
going
scored
first,
2 one time, I only get 14 for that.
really advantaged in most matchups.
Do I
I
think
think
you can throw
especially here,
another
the terrain's
Dreadnought?
relatively light on this board, so there's not a lot of great places to hide. You can't castle super hardcore.
Like you'll just move these
And on top of that, the being, like we mentioned before, I think being out deployed by the Raven Guard let them basically get the best deployment that they wanted, and then also go first and then be able to redeploy it exactly how they wanted and really deal crippling damage on the first turn. So it's just Raven Guard doing Raven Guard things for the most part. I think a good showing by the Space Wolves, maybe a couple misplays here or there, and some bad dice for sure. Really kind of hampered their ability to come back in the game.
Killed myself on time.
If anybody has any questions for the players, go ahead and throw them in there.
I guess I should score my banners too. These guys will probably not raise a banner because
we'll ask them of them.
So I will score 2 on turn 3 and then 3 on turn 4 and maybe 4 on turn 5 and then the end of the game. That'll be fine. Okay. All right, Trevi, ask away. Question me.
All right, well, congratulations, Valdor. You've done it. You vanquished the Space Wolves.
It turns out if you go first and you roll well.
Yeah. The first turn was pretty brutal. Obviously, there's not a lot of great places for the Wolfen to stand where they don't impede where the Scorpius wants to go, right? So, like, something's just going to get blasted by the aggressors, and it's just going to happen. Bobby Hall's asking, Valdor, are you looking forward to the Aggressors nerf?
I would probably just... I mean, I think what I'll do, actually, is I may play White Scars for a while. The thing is, so I do wonder also, you know, it occurs to me, I've been told that Blade Guard are going up to being squads of 6. So instead of running 5 aggressors, I might just run ambush with 5 or 6 Blade Guard.
Oh, that's interesting.
And maybe sort of rotate more into a more melee-oriented approach.
Yeah, I like that. That sounds more interesting for sure. There's a lot more counterplay to melee, and I mean, Blade Guard are a pretty cool unit. So. I think I would probably even risk the blast and take the full 6. Yeah.
Because they have a 4-up invul, they'll be fine. Like most blast weapons don't do 3 damage.
Right.
Like, and this is probably, I don't know if this is as good as aggressors, but you can get the full rerolls.
Yep.
You can take the that does the exploding 6s thing. I think if I were going to do a similar build, I would rotate more into sort of a... I do not think I will take aggressors anymore. If they can't double shoot. They're just not... Unless their points are a lot cheaper, it's just not worth it.
Yeah, like what are they? How are they differentiating themselves at that point?
I think the Flamestorm ones and Salamanders might still be okay.
Sure.
With the 12-inch range, but outside of that, I don't see anyone taking them.
Yeah.
Which is a little bit sad.
Yeah, so how do you guys feel about the matchup Sans Raven Guard going first and getting killed a bunch of stuff? Going into it, how are you guys feeling about it?
You want to go first? Or you want me to go first? You can go first.
I can get my 2 cents. I probably made a really bad move. Because I kind of forgot that there was an obscuring piece of terrain. I probably should have took the first drop and basically stopped you from kind of claiming that part. Because you couldn't really take this terrain away from me unless you got like super close to it, which is a ballsy move. But if I deployed myself along this piece of dense cover, I could have held it. I mean, I probably would have lost the incursors, but that's kind of okay. but I would have stopped, more importantly, your aggressors for not getting super close to my Wolfen. And I could angle them in such a way where they'd be really awkward for your aggressors to kind of shoot at.
Yeah.
That's my 2 cents. That's probably where I made my biggest mess up in this whole
you
game.
could screen out the double tap at that point, right? So then you, even worst case scenario, you probably only lose 2 or maybe 3 Wolfen to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
and 2 Wolfen can generate a lot of work for you.
So what I was thinking going into this is I was worried about the Scorpius.
Mm-hmm.
The reason that I don't normally deep strike with the intercessors. The intercessors point for point are the best thing for the Scorpius to shoot actually, because it's wounding because it pops one on each. Because it's less efficient shooting aggressors, and that's why I deep strike those. I was actually happy you were shooting the aggressors. I was more worried you were shoot like maybe the intercessors or the artillery. You could pick off the artillery if you wanted to. I also thought that you would deploy, instead of deploying like this, I was assuming you would deploy like an inch or 2 back, because like, yeah, sure, if I go first, I can maybe get a shot on it, but it's like only if I deploy my
Contemptors really aggressively. Yeah.
It's just barely. So like you can leave enough, deploy it a little bit back and leave enough, and move it more on this side because this piece is long, and leave enough space here.
Yeah.
So I was worried about the Scorpius. Obviously, I didn't really have to worry about it nearly as much because I went first. I also was surprised you gave me the first drop because we both have incursors, and one of the best things you can do with incursors is control where your opponents for deploying units go. Where am I?
Yeah.
So when you gave me the first drop, the first thing I thought was, well, I'm definitely going to put them here because I want to be able to have a line in here for my aggressors because you can probably screen out the rest of it. And so when I put these here, I was like, well, probably what he'll do is he'll pile his stuff up on this side. And so then when I saw you put the wolf in there, I was like, uh-oh. I was thinking, uh-oh, for you, because like I was pretty sure once you put the wolf in there that I was going to move my aggressors here and pick them up, no problem. I once again left my chapter master out in the stick in the wind in the middle of nowhere. I was also worried you're going to shoot your
Scorpius.
Black
spear in the wind, as it were.
Yeah, I was worried. The Scorpius was just going to pick him up. Like I also think that the Scorpius, instead of shooting at the aggressors, could have shot it on the second turn. Could have shot at Mala because he was just sitting there in the middle with no protection.
He's a 3+ invulnerable save with 7 rounds.
Right? I don't think it would be
Maybe. Yeah, but you're wounding on. I mean, maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think it was worth it.
That guy is a tank.
I can take apart your power by killing aggressors, but like you did with that freaking Primaris Chaplain, and you just make all your 3-up invuls, like.
Yeah, no. Yeah, 3-up invuls. Turns out they're good. Yeah. They're mostly going away in about a week. The Chaplain no longer has access to that relic. They deleted it. And Storm Shields are going to 4-up invuls, and hopefully Harlequins can't do 3-up invuls all over the place as well soon, because Harlequins are probably the best faction right now, as far as I'm concerned. And even if people don't complain about them as much because there are way less Harlequin players than Space Marine players, but I think the consensus of a lot of the people who are in the know is that Harlequins really are probably in the top position if you play them properly. As far as the rest of this matchup, I was worried about the Wolfen. I was like, Wolfen are going to kill me. I need to kill them as fast as possible, which is why I was pretty excited about killing the ones that were here. I also did not know about if they pile in, they can't do their fight on death thing. So that was to my benefit. I screwed up with getting within heroic intervention range here, but it turned out okay. So
you don't have to worry about that anymore, too, because we're losing that ability once the new codex drops anyway. It's just going to be intervention.
I knew the Tempests were going to be good. Tempests have a great profile for shooting Thunderwolf Cavalry, or anything that's T5 really. Thunderwolf Cavalry are kind of like fast aggressors.
That's fair.
I was surprised the Longfangs were deep struck. I figured they were going to. I was worried about the Longfangs like going like I don't know, like here and then like moving into light cover and just like literally something in the first turn. I guess it gives them more flexibility deep striking them, but I was worried about them on turn 1.
They're just basically like my version of grab
pod.
Yeah. They basically go in the back and they take out something I need them to kill. Honestly, I would have killed if I was doing a lot better. I would have killed the rapier carrier at that point, but I was already leaving, so I was gonna.
I mean, another thing I would certainly say is that if you had gone first, it would be a very different game. Yeah. I would definitely say that you're favored to win if you go first. But I was pretty happy overall, especially because even though you have a lot of 3-up invul, the total wound count of your army's not that high. Because Wolfen are so expensive. I mean, 10 wounds of Wolfen is 230 points. So
I usually rely on terrain to kind of keep my scouting
safe.
The
terrain's a little light, and we've already talked about that in the.
Yeah, this map is not good for me. I looked at the map. It's like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna win this.
Yeah. I do wonder.
Because the last Raven Guard.
The Scorpius is so good. Like this, every time I see a Scorpius and I bring in my Plinky Rapier Carrier, I'm like, ugh, my Rapier Carrier is so sad in comparison. But on the other hand, it can do cool things like the Gunners can do an action, and it's less than half the cost. So, I also don't know if you're aware. I was waiting for you to potentially leave your Thunderwolf Cavalry unengaged because this guy's got flat 3 damage. And
the Shatter Shells, I'm aware of those things.
Yeah. I've gotten people with that several times. So.
Sneaky Rapier Carrier.
Nah, I knew that would be a bad idea.
So Sam in the chat was asking Nick what your if you had a plan if you had gone first, what specifically that would be.
So I'm pretty sure what he would have done with his aggressors is just kind of keep them back and just treat them as a reactionary force to my Wolfen.
Yeah, my aggressors would go. My aggressors would stay here. My incursors would get pulled back from here into this row in here.
Yeah, I would have used my Wolfen here, take out of his incursors, bring my incursors up, raise the banners. I would keep my Wolfen behind this piece of terrain because there's no point in just moving forward and leaving you free targets. It would depend on their advance here from the side of the Wolfen. If it was really crap, then I would just basically move them behind this piece of terrain, just because there's no point in, once again, wasting Wolfen. And have the incursors raise the banners. It would just basically be in a posturing phase for me for the first turn.
So you weren't going to YOLO first turn. You were going to hide and raise
the
banners.
I would have terrain advantage at that point, where basically if you wanted to come at me, all right, fine. But basically I would just prepare myself for turn 2, which I would be able to bring a lot more stuff in.
Right. And I guess if you did that, I might even actually end up doing the same. Like, I might try to, if your cavalry stayed back, I might try to move block with the Tempests. And if I could get a shot at the Whirlwind, I might try to sneak a Dreadnought up, or maybe move a Dreadnought up to screen. But yeah, I'd probably also... It'd be a much different game in that case, because he'd sit on his first turn, I'd sit back on my first turn, and then he probably comes in, and then I go in. But it's a very different game. Very different game.
I would try to snipe out his artillery with my first salvo. Yeah. And then, I guess, just start trying to pick off intercessors at that point, and eliminators.
Sure.
Yeah, move up the Wolf Priest right here. Move my Wolf Lord and my Battle Leader here. And basically it would be a slogfest over right here.
Yep.
Yeah, that'd be a huge combat on this side with all these guys who just hung out in the corner all game.
Yeah, it would just like sort of reverse the roles on that side, right?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be you pushing into me instead of me pushing into you.
Right.
I'm very used to getting first turn. I think I've developed some bad habits. I've been developing some really bad habits. So yeah, I basically would try to contain you in your deployment zone as much as I can.
Turns out, how many times did I go second this pod? It's 4 games in the pod, right? I went first against Raze. I went first against you. Who were the other 2 people I played? I can't remember. I went first at least 2 out of 4 games. Probably 3 and maybe 4.
I went first 2 out of my 4 games as well. My first game was second. My second game, which was against Raven Guard as well, I went first. But he was really ballsy. He put right in front of my Thunderwolf Cav, he put a fucking, what's it called? Invictor. Yeah, right in front of them. So they just charged it and killed it.
Yeah, so your other games were Don, Husin, and Dutes?
For me or for him?
For Valdor.
So.
Dutes was playing Nurgle. I think Dutes went first on that one. I'm pretty sure. Don. I may have gone second against the 2 Chaos players.
Yeah, Don was Plague Marines, 3 PBCs,
yeah,
and a Termite. And then Dutes was a bunch of Nurglings and stuff.
Oh no, I went first against Don.
Oh, okay.
I think I only went second against Dutes. But yeah, I think, going first, I would say my win rate's probably about over 70% going first, and probably under 50% going second. So.
It's just Raven Guard things.
Yeah.
So I probably have like a 60% win rate overall.
Yeah.
But it's probably like 75 going first and 45 going second.
Yeah.
So it's like you can come back from the second, but it's a slog.
Yeah.
If I go first, it's like
easy game.
Yeah, they need to do something about that. It's a little. It can be a little tilting when you, when you go second a bunch of games in a row, or Yeah, I do all of my planning around going second. I was like, if I go first, I'm just gonna let it carry me through. I do all my prep for second because I'm not worried if I'm going first. I've only lost 1 game going first recently, and it was to Harlequins. I almost lost to Raze playing Necrons. Raze is a great Necrons player. Turns out Race are really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Race are kind of.
I think they're changing though, so I don't think they'll have 3-up Invul anymore. So, but Necrons will probably be strong. I bet. I don't know. I don't have any insider information, but I suspect that Necrons will at least be average and likely above average, and could be top tier once their Codex comes out.
Matthew Elliott, have we read the Goonhammer article that came out that went deep into the stats of going first or second? Was that the one that came out a couple weeks ago?
No, they released one just today. Yeah, basically they said at the higher once you get to the point where it's like finals tables, it's 60-40 or even a bit higher to the first player. When the players are evenly matched and the skill is high, the first player has a big advantage. And the other thing they said in that article is that Harlequins are probably the best army, but there just aren't many people playing them right now.
Interesting.
All right, I gotta dip out. The old lady's starting to bug me, so.
Okay.
All right.
Well, thanks, Nick. Have a good
one. You too, guys.
Valdor, congratulations.
Any other questions for me?
I think that's mostly it. Yeah, last chance, chat.
All right. Well, you can always chat can message me on Discord if they want.
There you go.
To hit me up.
Yeah, we're all up in there. Good luck in your combat patrol games.
Yeah. Thinking of running 3 Tempests.
Gross. That's disgusting. You should be ashamed of yourself.
You're just a monster at this point, man.
All right. Later, guys.
All right. Have a good one.
Yeah, you too.
Jesus.
All right, chat. That's going to be it for me tonight. Thanks, everybody, for joining. A bit of a one-sided game, unfortunately. Raven Guard going first, we'll do that. And I think, as we were just talking about with the Goonhammer stats, I think we've mostly been seeing that the same thing happen in the online meta game as well. Once you're in a once player skill is relatively even, going first is an enormous advantage in the new system. So that's just how it is. Going first also okay in Combat Patrol, but not as good because scoring doesn't really matter quite as much. So come play Combat Patrol, everybody. That's going to be it for me. Everybody have a wonderful weekend. I think I will be live on Sunday. My Combat Patrol game on round 1 of the Combat Patrol tournament is going to be Sunday, and I might stream some Breachstorm too, so that'd be cool. I'll schedule those streams. Those will be up in the stream schedule on the Discord. Link is in the description, and I'll make an event for them on the YouTube channel as well. Ethan, I want to marry Valdor's Steam avatar. Matthew Elliott in the chat. Have a good weekend. Yeah, it'll be awesome. Come hang out with us. And Shuma in the chat. Thanks for watching. Everybody else in the chat, thanks for giving us your Friday evening. Everyone have a wonderful time. I'm going to go maybe try Star Wars Squadrons. I don't know. See ya, everybody.